Welcome everybody to another lovely Hammers Chat watch along. Myself, Charlie, with young Tom, aka Athos32. Follow him on Twitter. I'll get that one in early. And yeah, we're late because things have happened, Tom. But how do you feel? Not about the things, but just about life and the match in general.
What is this? We're just doing a quick counselling session.
Just have a quick one. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's always nice just to catch up. I feel like we don't talk enough.
Yeah, never.
That's a lie.
Yeah, no, it's been a wild 20 minutes, shall we say? We were just trying to catch up on everything that's gone on. People saying my mic is not loud enough.
Hang on, I couldn't need to do something. Just carry on talking. Carry on talking. I need to know what your levels are. Carry on talking.
Yeah, so obviously it's all gone a bit mental last 20 minutes. Myself and Charlie are just catching up with what happened. Just because, Gonzo and Gio ran over because of what happened. So, yeah, we're still trying to sort of get filled in with everything that happened. I'm sure the live chat can give us 101 different reasons, excuse me, as to why the things that has happened. But yeah.
Well, let's just get straight into it. Scott, I will get my boots on. I'll get over there. I've got the kit on ready. You can't see my midriff, but that's fine. You might at some point if I go to a different camera angle, but that's fine. Let's get straight into it, shall we? Let's get straight into the drama of the evening, as it were. So this was the starting lineup. Was for a reason. Darren Randolph, Ben Johnson, Fabian Balbuena, Issa Diop, Elise, Cullen, Snodgrass, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, Anderson, Haller. Then, in what can only be described as an turn of events, there have been some late changes to our lineup. Issa Diop and Josh Cullen will be replaced by Harrison Ashby and Jack Wilshere in the starting lineup. David Martin is now amongst the bench, which makes me feel, looking at that before, I mean, we were just talking about this before we went live. Is that what do you reckon? Do you reckon that's a back three or a back four?
Well, I thought when we were looking at it before, obviously what happened just happened. I would have said that it was a back three. Just because Alessi, Diop, Balbuena are all naturally centre halves, and obviously he used that formation at the weekend, you could say. And obviously Anderson has played left wing back before for Lazio, as you said. So it wouldn't have surprised me if it was back three. But then obviously the changes that have now been made, that with players coming in, it sort of can revert back to a natural back four. I assume with Harrison Ashby, does he play right back?
He's a right back, yeah.
So Johnson can obviously play the left back spot, so it kind of can shift back to a back four as well. So yeah, it's interesting. I generally don't understand what has happened. I mean, there's got to be 101 different reasons potentially as to why it's happened. They've either had a fight, as people were suggesting allegedly, that Diop and Cullen have been spit roasting Moyes' daughter before the game started.
I mean, I didn't think you were going to word it like that, but sure.
So there's obviously so many different reasons. The COVID one for me is a bit like, could it be that? Because
right. So here's the thing. For those of you now, there's one or two people I saw who asked what happened. Right. I'm surprised you don't know, but we'll go into it. So randomly, they were tweeted out that a couple of people are not in the squad that were late changes, and other people come in. Now, of course, we live in crazy times, and so people have decided that it may be the Rona. Now, I don't know. I'm not saying it's not, because I know nothing. Of course I don't. I'm not an ITK. I barely have any K in me, let alone that. But the thing is, I would be shocked if it was, because I'd be shocked if the match was going ahead, if that was the case. Because as far as I'm aware about the way these things work, they get that lineup just before an hour to go, and then they put the graphic together. I don't think they're that well aware before time. So surely they've been training together and have all been about there. And then if that is the case, and then all of a sudden you have two positive tests, surely the match can't go ahead because they've just been hanging out.
Yeah, it can't do at that point. But the thing is, I mean, I've got the stream open now, so I can see they've got a graphic in front of the live sort of feed at the stadium. Both teams are out training at the moment. I can see the West Ham players are going through their routines. I can't see the whole because they're hidden behind the graphic, but it doesn't look like there's. It won't not go ahead. Players are training as it is. All the sort of staff are down below.
Well, the thing is, if it wasn't going to go ahead, it would have already been cancelled. It's just very that, but that's what makes me think it's not the dreaded Rona. I feel like it's probably something else. We're going mad about it. It could literally be Diop two-footed Cullen, and then they both fell on top of each other, and it's like
it could be clash of heads, and they both need. But then again, I've been looking at the stream and I've been watching the players sort of warm up and stuff. There's been no indication of injuries or stuff. As Jamie Green said, it could not be that they are both on the move out of the club. I'd say if it was one person, to sort of come, like, be pulled out of the starting lineup, I'd say not fair enough. Potentially there's a bid coming from him and the team don't want him to play.
Yeah.
Otherwise, to have two at the same time...
To have two all of a sudden, like within what, 20 minutes of starting a football match, or within 20 minutes of a lineup coming out, it feels a bit...
It's plausible, but it's very far-fetched that would happen. So for me, obviously, if the fact that X has put it, and obviously we're going to probably trust what X is saying, because obviously... in these situations, you would rely on X because he does obviously have a line and club and whatnot, and he's always pretty much 99.9% accurate. But I would assume if he put fitness test in inverted commas, then I imagine it must be to do with coronavirus. But then again, how early did they get tested, or how late did they get tested? I mean, because if they got tested before they came into the match tonight, then... yeah, as Adrian says, might have been invalidated tests, got both pulled for safety reasons, not positive test. It could have been that. Maybe they, because I know they scan temperatures and stuff as well, don't they? Maybe they had a high temperature and they're not sort of sure. But yeah, it's just... It's all very weird. It's all very weird. We live in weird times.
We live in weird times. Hull, however, have got a fully fit lineup. So, but let's go through the West Ham one, right? So...
I'm intrigued by the whole lineup because I've seen it, and the guy who scored for them in the last round, Malik Wilkes, is on the bench. So... let's finish going over the West Ham one. Now, again, the graphic I'm pulling up is from his Twitter, so it's old. But, yeah, if it's... So there's just a couple of things that concern me about it, right? Namely, I'm dead against Johnson playing a left-back. I really, really deeply am. It's something that's just deep within me that I'm never going to let go, if that is the case. Is it? I can see it. I can see it in terms of the formation. I think it's a bit mad that we go into the formation against Arsenal, against the League One side. The formation from Arsenal against the League One side. That's like kind of wild to me, if I'm being honest. Because it's like, bruv, do you wanna attack at all, or are we just here now? Is that just our lives? But apart from that, I mean, at least he getting a start is exciting regardless. Cullen was getting a start, but he's been replaced by Ashby, so that's kind of exciting. I imagine quickly, Dan 17, I imagine is a Hull fan. Stick around, my guy. Stick around.
Stick around.
Saving Wilksy for league games. We don't want him to embarrass your defence. There's probably a number of players that could embarrass our defence. Not gonna lie, it's fully plausible. But yeah, I think the formation now is a little. I think it's better suited now, I should say. Even if it's a couple of academy products that are playing, if it's more of a natural four at the back, 2-3-1 almost, I'm more comfortable seeing. I think we should be looking to attack, League One sides. There's no disrespect to Hull, but that starting five for us is. I mean, one of our players.
We should be looking to attack and control a game against the League One side. We just should.
So yeah, if it was three at the back, then fair enough. But if it's now more a natural back four, obviously I'm probably a lot more happy against, say, a side like Hull. So yeah, there we go.
If Dan 17 is in the chat, let us know what you think of this lineup, because this is Hull's, everybody. At least until someone catches the Rona there. George Long, George Long, Louis Coyle, Richie Smallwood, Dan Batty, what a name, James Scott, Alfie Jones, Sean McLaughlin, Brandon Fleming, Thomas Mayer, Josh McGuinness, Callum Jones. With a bit of subs bench of Matt Ingram, Reece Burke. Shout out to the boy.
Samuelson on the bench as well.
Yeah, there's a couple of boys on there. Malik Wilkes, George Honeyman, Josh Emmanuel, Martin Samuelson, and King Lewis Porter. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Outside of Potter, sorry. I'm not going to lie. Bruv. The font is not useful for someone who has been tested for dyslexia before, I will say that. But there's only a couple of names I know there. The two West Ham ones. I know George Honeyman. Apart from that, I basically know none of them.
Josh McGuinness, I'm pretty sure. Am I wrong in saying that he may have had a spell in Scotland before? Hang on, let me just check before I make
Have a little look.
a complete idiot. I recognise that name so much. Tom and Charlie showing there. He did. He was up at Aberdeen for a while, St Mirren, Kilmarnock. There's obviously a few names. He said Dan 17. There's like 2 or 3 league stars who are in our starting 11. All right. In which case, I don't mean to crap on their parade, but unless there's kind of like an upset on the cards, West Ham should be winning this game realistically, comfortably. As James Gunn, what a shout! Haller getting a hattie and then smacking Dan's batty. I mean, I'd love to see it. I
know, obviously, I know Reece Burke, I know Martin Samuelson, and I know George Honeyman from Sunderland, or his time there, I should say. But yeah, the rest is I don't know enough. But if Dan 17, thank you for joining us again. Talking about there only be 2 and 3 league starters, that means that what the who's the manager? It's a former West Ham player, Grant McCann. What Grant McCann was saying about it potentially them essentially prioritising leagues come to pass. We really should win and shouldn't be playing free hit back. I don't know, but shout out to everyone in the chat. Rebecca, Billy Watson, Irish Tommy, James Gunn, Connor Matthews, Dan 17, again, hello. Who else is in here? Gurjot Singh, Stevie C, Adrian Whitfield, Major 84, Jason, Billy Watson, I might have already said that one. Golf Pro, shout out, good to see you, my friend. Eric Olstead, legend, Reese, get involved. There's lots of people in the chat. Let me know how you're feeling. 15 minutes before kickoff, let us know how you're feeling. Let us know if you're positive given the lineups, if you're negative due to the situation that happened before the game. Let us know how you're feeling. We will of course be live from Jungle 69, of course. We will of course be live all the way through till full time, where Gio and Gonzo will then be doing this review. We'll spam that link in the chat so you can click on it and go look. There's no effort on your behalf, but we'll be live literally the rest of the time. Watching it on the official website, which is carabaocup.live. Other links are available elsewhere. Yeah, so how are you feeling, Tom? Now you've seen the lineups. Now you've felt the vibes.
Comfortable. There was obviously a big furore. How does that for a big word? Furore.
It's a good use. Good word.
There is a big, obviously, hoo-ha this week with Moyes' substitutions and sort of the last sort of 10 to 15 minutes of the game against Arsenal. Some people have differing opinions to myself and Charlie. I believe the subs should have been used and brought on. I was much sort of happier for us to make those substitutions to try and go for the game. Look, if we were going to end up losing the game, I would have rather of us tried to at least go for the win while we were on top. And if we come away with nothing at that point, I'd have said fair enough. Obviously, some people think that Moyes doesn't trust the guys that he has on his bench, and that's full well. I completely understand that you may not trust them, and people say, "Oh well, Yarmolenko came on and he ended up giving away possession, which led to their goal and whatnot." But I don't know. I think the guys that are starting tonight, they could probably get hat tricks. I mean, all of our front four could get goals and assists between them, and none of them will be starting come the weekend against Wolves potentially. So, yeah, I'm happy with the lineup. It's attacking enough against that. We should be beating Hull easily with the team that we've got. Yeah, there's not really much else to say. It's if we lose this tonight with that squad, then we're idiots basically.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see the debuts. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to see Elise. I'm excited to see Ashby. Now he's starting. It's those things are the exciting bits. They're the exciting bits for me. And also, like, low key, we're rolling up on a League One side with £100 million up front. So
yeah,
we should be.
It should be. Easy.
We should at least get a goal. I know that's not. I know that's a rarity at West Ham, but we should at least get a goal.
I completely agree, though. It's nice, obviously, when you mix youth with sort of seasoned pros or some regular members of the first team. Well, I can't really say that, can I? But you know what I mean. with that. So he's obviously going for it. He started a very strong lineup in the cup. Yeah, giving a rest to all the players that played pretty much the weekend, except for Jared Bowen on the bench. Yeah, I'm happy as can be. It's not really much to say, is it? It's just because if by going what Dan17 has said in the chat, if it isn't a lot of Hull starting lineup per se, then it should be a comfortable night for us. So,
for those in the chat who have asked, I can show you food cam. I just need to pull my t-shirt down first. Although for the bants, I probably should have done it. You'll see I've got the exact same food as last time. The Morrison's Goodfella frozen pizza margarita with sweet corn on top. That's because I was running late and so didn't have time to cook anything, and there was one in the freezer.
Can I quickly say, before we get score predictions from everybody, Clips, nice to see you. I saw he was in there and could say good evening. Also, Peach to 5'9", that's what we like to call him. Nice to see you, mate. If you have just joined, please do drop a like on the video. Obviously, really helps us out. We are steamrolling at the minute towards 13,600 subscribers. It's just the support the last month or so has just been unbelievable. So yeah, do drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Helps us out, helps the channel out. And as I say that, Eric Olstead says, "Choo choo, getting the donation train going. What an absolute man." I don't know how much that is, escaping the rat race. But yes, we don't care. Whatever it is, the amount, who cares? It all goes in the biscuit fund. And it is greatly appreciated. Eric, obviously a long-standing supporting member of this channel, especially for myself and Charlie. So it's nice to see you. We are doing a watch along, obviously, for the West Ham versus Hull City game. We have bought the match pass today for the from the Carabao Cup website. So we are watching it. So you don't have to. If you do want to find stream links anywhere else. Reddit soccer streams, I imagine. So yeah, if not, stick around with us. We will try our best. Usually during the match days on the weekends, we will try and talk nonsense about food and stuff. But for those that can't find streams or the streams aren't good enough, we will try to be as descriptive as possible as we can all night. Charlie is a lot better at doing that than I am, as we found out last week. But yes, do stick around. 10 minutes to kick off. I want to see some score predictions in the chat as I asked Charlie, what is your score prediction tonight as you munch down some pizza?
I honestly don't know at this point. The last minute stuff has sort of thrown a spanner in the works, because our side is still good enough to win that game. There's still a lot of very good players in that team, and a lot of, let's be real, exciting players in that team. Elise, for example.
Race just for you.
Escaping the Rat Race UK. Do you think Cardoso? Thank you. First of all, thank you very much, sir. Do you think Cardoso should be given a chance? Tom, you start.
I would. I'd like to see him this season. Seen enough of him, or heard enough of him. Seen him a couple of times. But I think some of these youngsters should be starting to get their chance. I'm glad Alessi's been given a chance. Heard nothing but good things from the academy about him. So yeah, and the thing is, you can't just put all your kids out and say go win us the game. You have to mix them in with some of the first team. So to be fair, like I said, Cardoso is one of those ones that if we're not going to play him this season, I'd like to see him go out on loan to the Championship. I think he's good enough to play at Championship level. I would dare say, maybe even League One level just for a season, and then especially when our centre-backs are the way that they are at the moment. It would be nice to see a couple of the youngsters come through. But no, like Baptiste, Alessi, whoever we saw in pre-season, they were all very, 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 very good.
I think also the more we play, look, left-footed centre-backs are big. People like right now in football, left-footed centre-backs are a hot commodity. And they do bring you different options that just two right-footed centre-backs bring you, right? That's why someone like Nathan Ake, or if you look at Pep, who's got Nathan Ake and Laporte, like it's just useful. It's just useful. He apparently plays well for the under-21s. I don't really know. I don't watch them too often, so I haven't really seen him. But I'd love to see him given a chance, especially in a back three. It's nice to have a left footer on the left-hand side. Scott Davis with the $5. Thank you, my friend. Shout out to Scott Davis, beautiful man. Doing big things over there. Go and check him out on Twitter. And he just says biscuits, which is something I can get, a statement I can get along with. Thank you, Scott.
a lot of positivity in the chat. Let's go through some of the predictions that people are going through. We've got Fo Sheezy saying 2-0 West Ham. Hammers Mikey says 50 quid on wheelchair to get injured within 10 minutes. Listen, Jack Wilshere's probably going to get injured during this game. I'm just saying. 5-0 says Pete Willis. Hashtag believe. What else we got here? Kieran says, did Wilshere noble Cullen to get a game? I assume I'm confused, Kieran. Let me know if you know what's happened before the start of the game before I answer that properly. If you don't, then we'll try and catch you up to speed before the whistle starts. Steve saying 4-1 West Ham. Charlie Boy, nice to see you, mate. He says 3-1 to the boys. 4-0 Irons. It's all positivity in the chat, which is very strange, Charlie.
I think it's easy to be positive in this one, right?
John G comes in with 76-0.
Big plays. You never know.
8-0 to the Hammers. Joe Play say, how are you watching it, lads? We've bought the
Carabao Cup .live.
Yeah, it's £10 for the stream. Otherwise, you can try and find streams elsewhere, or you can stick with us for the duration of the 90 minutes, and we will try and keep you up to date with what's going on. We will keep you in the loop. We will be as descriptive as possible for those at home that can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we are 5 minutes now away from kickoff. Stevie C says, who are we up against if we pass this round? Fleetwood or Everton, I think it is.
What's the draw happened? I didn't know the draw had happened.
Yeah. James Dunn saying to check X's tweet. I should go have a look.
I can do it. You're reading the chat. You're doing your bits.
He said someone else may have failed it to be confirmed soon.
We'll find out. Like I say, it's one of those situations where there's no information, and so obviously the way the internet works, people go, news travels quick, and it's one of those situations where these things happen. For my own sake, for my own wallet's sake, I hope it doesn't get called off because spend a tenner.
The game, yeah. This will be a bit annoying if the game gets called off.
Rebecca's reimbursed me half of it. Thank you, Rebecca. £5.
Rebecca, I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Rebecca. Genuinely thank you, but also at the same time, Rebecca. Should the game even go ahead? Look, here's the thing. If it is a Corona thing, then no, the game shouldn't go ahead. But I don't know if it is. That's the thing.
It realistically, it shouldn't. And again, Hull should take the win if the game can't go ahead, because it's our problem, just like the Leyton Orient versus Spurs game earlier on. So it could be cancelled, and we could end up getting knocked out of the cup without even kicking a ball, which is interesting. It also puts the Wolves game, I imagine, in doubt the weekend, because if there's lots of people gone down with it, then yeah. But
again, this is pure, and I should just say, this is pure speculation, and there is no information, therefore there is a void where speculation gravitates into the vacuum. But it is literally pure speculation at this point. We are still currently 4 minutes away from kickoff.
Yeah. I will say, from what we can see, I don't know if Charlie's got his. I do. Hazel Wade, I know you keep putting in the chat about any transfer news. This is not a transfer show.
But also, no, is the answer.
Yeah, from what we can see right now on our screens, if you are not watching, there are players coming out onto the bench to take their place. I can see 2 players and a goalkeeper are already out on the bench. Doesn't look as if the game will be stopped.
Again, it's just we could sit here and speculate for ages.
Yeah.
We might as well just have conversations while we wait. It's one of those situations where, again, there's no information, so it's just going to keep talking. So thank you all for joining us on what
Hazel, quickly, don't apologise. I'm sorry, that's my fault. That came across very blunt. I do apologise.
Yeah. The players are coming out, so we assume the match is going ahead. Where is it live? It's live on Carabao Cup .live, which is the EFL's official website, where it is £10 to stream it. That's how we're all watching it. There are other places available, such as Reddit, Soccer Streams. The players come out. I'm genuinely Ben Johnson seems to be taking up place on the left back position.
That's Alessi's 42.
Alessi, or however you pronounce it.
There's no keeper yet. Who's coming out?
Oh, he did. He came out already. It was Randolph.
It was Randolph. Okay.
Yeah, he's already out.
Hard players coming out as well.
So we're 1 minute away from kickoff. Welcome. Thank you everyone for joining us. Like I say, we will be live the entire time throughout the match, whether it exists or not. We will be live before Gio and Gonzo go live with their match review, of which we will, of course, lob the link in the live chat so you can all go and join them as we get confirmation of the lineups. Darren Randolph, Alesi, Diop, Balbuena, Johnson, Snodgrass, Cullen, Anderson, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, Haller. Now that's obviously before the problems happened. So Ashby has taken the place of Issa Diop, and Josh Cullen has been replaced by Jack Wilshere.
Emmanuel Mbule on the bench as well for us, somebody that I've never heard of.
What was the name?
Emmanuel Mbule.
Yes, I've never heard of that name either. Whole lineup: Long, Fleming, McLaughlin, Jones, Coyle, Smallwood, Batty, Mayer, Jones, Scott, McGuinness, with former West Ham players Reece Burke and Martin Samuelson on the bench, and former Sunderland boy George Honeyman on the bench as well. And I may only name him because, again, he's one of the few I can know. I look at him, I know that one because I remember his name. It's a great name, George Honeyman. Sounds like a bad guy in a Kojima game. So there we go. Kickoff is on its way. Balbuena's the captain today, as opposed to Robert Snodgrass, which I know people talk about, but I like Fabian Balbuena. Sue me. Sue me. I'm going to eat this last bite of pizza, Tom.
Okay.
What's your score prediction? I can't decide. I'm going to go 3-1 West Ham. No. Yeah, 3-1 West Ham, and one of them's going to be a Harrison Ashby screamer from 47 yards.
I'm gonna be even more confident. I'm gonna say 5-0. I'm gonna say 5-0. Any less than 2, I want more than 2. That's on there. Over 350 of you have joined myself and Charlie for the watch along. If you are just joining us, we obviously can't stream the game live here on YouTube because we will get banned. If you want to go try and find some other streams, Reddit soccer streams usually very good. There'll be people talking about it on Twitter, where to find streams and whatnot. If you don't and you want to stick with us for the 90 minutes, then by all means just hang around and we will try and keep you updated as the game goes along. But yeah, if you haven't, do drop a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you again to those of you that donated just before the game kicked off. But here we go. We're ready, Charlie. We're ready.
We're ready. It's going to be an interesting game. One I can't decide which way it's going to go. I'm very excited. Ben has arrived in the chat.
He has. Hello.
Hello, Ben. You alright, bro?
Take a knee, and we are off ski.
And we're live.
And live.
So, now speculation's done, we can actually just sit and enjoy a game of football. Kenny Lewis.
Moyes apparently is not there.
Is he just not on the pitch yet? You know, sometimes managers like players like to roll up late or whatever. When who is it? One of the managers who does that? Is it Mourinho? Someone is legendarily known for just rocking up late. I think it was when he was at Manchester United potentially.
It looks like apparently that David Moyes has also failed the test, and Alan Irvine is taken to the technical area.
Is that from Twitter?
Yeah, that's from X. So yeah, the manager's got it as well, potentially, allegedly.
Again, this is all allegedly. There's no proof to anything yet. Obviously, X is a reliable source. We'll see where it goes. Again, I'm shocked the match is going ahead. But to be honest with you, the friendly that Alan Irvine was in charge of was much more exciting. So
Newport currently beating Watford 2-0.
Oh bloody hell!
Um,
I just had a brief remembrance that Jack Wilshere as a football player actually exists.
Somebody just baited me.
Anderson. Oh, close. Sorry, carry on.
No, I was just going to say Anderson, a good dig from about 20 to 25 yards out, cut inside onto his right foot, hits it just wide of the goalkeeper's right-hand post. Somebody baited me into looking that Ngakia scored both own goals. I can confirm he's on the bench, but no, he didn't score both own goals.
Come on. You're a journalism student.
Oh, it's shocking.
Well, to be fair, you did your journalistic duty in following up on the story, on the lead, as it were. So yeah,
there you go.
It'd be interesting. I'm just genuinely interested to see how if this is so we seem to be playing the 3 at the back. It looks like it could be 2, to be fair, but we'll see how it goes out. But if that is the case, I quite want to see how we grow into that, because if that's the formation today, it denotes that we're probably going to be the formation going forward. So I want to see us sort of grow into that and get a bit more used to it. Because I said this the other day, but three at the back's not bad. A 3-4-3 can be a very good attacking formation. If you look at Conte's Chelsea when they won the league playing that formation, sick. Like, they were real exciting. And so I want to see how that develops, although, of course, I'm 10,000% certain that we're not playing it because of that.
Station says, Moyes seen getting drunk in Westfield at 5:30, halfway through his grocery deliveries. Oh, it's plausible. He just thought, you know what, lads, I don't fancy it tonight. See you later.
That's a big pass. Anderson's chasing through. That was a huge raking ball by, I believe it was Balbuena, or potentially Snodgrass, all the way through to Anderson, who almost gets there but can't quite. Is there any change to the whole lineup, Eric? No, there is not. Not that I'm aware of anyway. I can check their Twitter now. I do have it open.
I don't think there was.
But I didn't see, there was nothing telling me that was, so I'll just have a little look.
Or as Rebecca put it, that Moyes has failed the management test. There we go. Harrison.
No comments.
Allaire holds his man off, passes it inside. Lanzini swaps. Bloody hell, Tom, get you. Anderson again going for it.
He's been told to shoot. He's been told to shoot.
That's good early signs, though, because I know Gio mentioned it in the preview that, or the build-up stream tonight, that we need to see Anderson getting involved early in games, not just sort of coming into the game just after sort of players have started to score goals. But that's what he seems to do. Glow up. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Stumbled on my words. Typical Tom. I told you this commentary malarkey is not for me.
Here's what it is. X is having a field day on Twitter, by the way. I tell you what, he's gonna get at least 1K for more followers tonight from all the stuff he's tweeting. Storm Brooks, how do you watch it? Carabao Cup live if you're in the UK is the place to watch it. Unfortunately, overseas, I don't believe there is a legal way of watching it. In which case, there are locations on the internet in which you can find it. For example, Reddit soccer streams. But that's a place you can look. We obviously don't tell you to go do that.
As Gio has tweeted out, we've got COVID-19. I just don't think you understand. Moisey's got a cough. Diop got taken off. We got COVID-19.
Good sake.
It's just interesting, isn't it? You just.
Craigie, are you behind? Yes, ever so slightly. Because of the way the internet works. But we are behind. We cannot physically be at the exact same time you are watching it because, again, the internet. There's a slight delay from YouTube. There's also a slight delay from the actual website itself. Tings happen. Who's the better manager? This is something I want to get your opinion on. Who is the better manager, says Alex Evans, Moyes or Steve Bruce? I've had a conversation with this recently on American Hammers TV. I think you were there. You probably had this conversation, but I sort of want to reiterate it because I think it's an interesting comparison.
Who would I rather have? Probably at this moment in time, Steve Bruce. But
I would rather Steve Bruce at any moment in time.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Jazz.
As Clips has said, that's the most changes Moyes has ever made to his lineup.
I know, including himself. Wild.
Wild.
It's like I was watching the hashtag United game the other night on BBC. And completely, I didn't know that the team they were facing had a player manager up front, and I was like, "Oh, he gets to sub himself off when he got injured," which was exciting. I do love a player manager. I do love a player manager.
So Rebecca's not doing it tonight because she had the night off because she got bombarded last week. We didn't expect so many people to come through to try and find a link.
No.
I think Connor Matthews has kindly tweeted a link out, or to the he tweeted the Hammers chat account a link to the game. Obviously, we can't share the link because you could get banned or whatnot. But I don't know, Connor, if you want to, if people can find you to try and give them the link that way, message you on Twitter or something like that. I don't know. But Rebecca is officially off duty tonight.
Rebecca is off duty. Don't ask Rebecca
too much.
Good evening, Clayton. What formation are we playing? It looks like the same as we were against Arsenal. Welcome. Good to see you as per usual. It looks like the same against Arsenal.
Oh, it does look like a back four to me. I will say that.
It keeps changing. At times it looks like a back three, and at times it looks like a back four. I can't really figure it out. My gut says. See, this is what my gut is saying. My gut is saying that Felipe Anderson is playing essentially the left wing back role, but it's just getting very far forward. Because Ashby isn't getting as far forward. I don't know. We'll see.
There you go. If you at Spiffing AFK on Twitter,
give him a follow while you're there as well, because Connor's a good lad. And I'm not just saying that because he likes wrestling, although that is potentially part of it. But give him a follow. Spiffing AFK.
And he will try and sort you out a link for the match. Because obviously, if you have just joined us, we can't do that. We can't put it on here. But yes.
Yeah, and Connor, just be aware that people have been banned off Twitter before. I'm sure you know, but I just want to make sure you know. People have been banned on Twitter before for posting links, so just be aware. Be aware.
Yeah.
Where can you watch the match? Spiffing at AFK. So yeah, so see here, that looks like a back three to me, with Anderson as a left wing back and Ashby as the right wing back. But I can't tell. It keeps changing, and I'm not entirely certain yet. Arita 5, hello from Canada. Thanks for doing the watch along. Thank you for joining us, my friend. You're not the only Canadian in the chat. Scott Davis is out and out.
Can Connor just give the website? Unfortunately, you can't post links in the chat because, again, it's YouTube. You're not allowed.
You're not allowed to, just to be clear, you're not allowed to post the links because YouTube will come and they will murder us in our sleep, potentially even before we even sleep and while we're awake. Or they'll just give us copyright problems on the channel and it won't be fun. Yeah. So we can't do
that. What's the starting 11, says Clayton? It is obviously changed, but it's Randolph, Alessi, Balbuena, Ashby, Johnson, Wilshire, Snodgrass, Anderson, Yarmolenko, Lanzini, and Allaire up front. Obviously, Cullen was supposed to start.
Cullen were meant to start, but they both failed late fitness tests, as it were, in inverted commas, and neither of them could start. So that's the starting line.
Nigel Bailey, what colour is Hull strip tonight? It's orange and black, believe it or not. Mixie, I put the link in the chat 3 times. If you try to put the link in the chat, it will show up as if you've put it in the chat.
But it doesn't because of what we're saying.
Yeah, it's the same as if you swear in the chat. YouTube will stop it from showing up because of the way that their sort of system works. So,
and it's one of those things where, imagine if you didn't like someone on YouTube, you could go and spam the links in their chat, and then YouTube could get them in trouble despite them not wanting to do it. So there's checks and balances in place to stop that from happening. So you can't get basically screwed over. Jack Wilshere daring to make a run there, which was wondrous.
He got injured, guys.
He's dead. He's dead.
Sorry, I'm going to try and quickly catch up. Scott Saul, do you need to pay for this one again? Unfortunately, it is behind a paywall.
Carabao Cup live.
Ross Gearing, is Moyes there? Heard he's not. He isn't there. Alan Irvine's taken to the technical area. If reports are to be believed, allegedly, then players have failed the COVID test tonight.
Again, that's not confirmed. That's just what's
allegedly. Yeah. Kind of with what's going on, you expect that might be what it is. Ian Barron, hi guys, I'm a Darlington FC fan. I've unfortunately lost the job I was supposed to start this week due to COVID Cup.
Ashby goes through, kicks onto his left, hits it. It's a good shot. It's a good save. Sorry, I apologise for interrupting you there. We'll go back to that. But yeah, Harrison Ashby managed to find himself in an acre of space just outside the area, puts it onto his left foot, running towards the D, as it were, as we all do, and then takes a shot. Can't quite get the shot. He hits it perfectly, but the goalkeeper stops it well. Didn't know he had it in him. We're looking at the replay here. It's great control around the defender. Puts it onto his left. Hits it. Good save. And no one's there to capitalise on it. But it's a good chance. Good chance. We've had a couple of decent chances. Sorry, continue the Darlington fans comment.
There's obviously lots of people in live chat. The Darlington fans said that. I'm sorry, mate. I think it's affected everybody, hasn't it? I know my mum and my mum's been affected by the job stuff. My dad, my stepmom. It's horrible time for everyone at the minute. It really is. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah,
I've lost a crap ton of work from it. Everyone has. I think it's a horrible time. But thank you. We appreciate you rocking up, Ian. You're always welcome. Always welcome.
Somebody did at us as well. Arator 5. I don't want to completely butcher your name. I watch Amateur all the time. It's the time difference that stops me from entering the chat. Well, we are very delighted. We're pleased that you've joined us tonight. That you can, wherever you are.
Shout out to Canada. They're in Canada, Tom. They're in Canada.
Bianca Bowering says, shout me out, Fitties. Well, hello, Bianca, you massive fitty. Epic Halftime says, God, I can't even afford a shave. Listen, is that not the best beard you have ever seen in your life?
Epic Hash Time, yes! Carry on.
Epic Hash Time, your father could never grow a beard like that.
Unless it's the one from Epic Meal Time, then he could. Then he literally could. Harvey, that was his name.
what was I going to say? Yes. Also, if you didn't know, Gio is doing a giveaway tonight. If a certain bet that himself and Gonzo have done tonight on the build-up show.
Mm.
The requirements for entering that giveaway: you have to like the video over here, the watch along. You have to like the pre-show, and then type in the comments something about a nut. If anybody was in saying Gonzo said something about it, just a nut or something. So yeah, like this video, like the pre-show video, and then if you type something in, if the bet wins, we will be giving it away to one of you guys that commented on the video. Whole nut or something.
It's free. It's free real estate. It's free real estate.
Anyway, back to the game.
We're doing all right. Opening stage is good. Hole looking very deep, as you would expect. Camped, entrenched in their own half. But we're looking all right. We're creating some shots from range. No real huge chances. Harrison Ashby's was probably the best one we've had, but it was a youth right back on his weaker foot. But, not bad. We've got a decent amount of players in and around the box pretty consistently, which you love to see. You love to see. But yeah, thank you all for joining us. Appreciate it.
It's going to be a long night. Great tackle from Snodgrass. This is going to be, unfortunately, it's a long night for Hull. It looks like it's going to be sort of balls to the wall defending for a lot of the game. We've started well, we're passing well, as kind of says. Harrison Ashby with the best chance of the first half. There you go. If you like this video, like the pre-show build-up show, and then comment on the pre-show, I have a whole nut. You will be entered into the bet giveaway if it wins.
Which I don't know what it was. So that's a problem. It's a good ball in for Ben Johnson puts it across behind Yarmolenko, and that's why I don't want him playing at left back. What channel is it on, Cheetah? It is on Carabao Cup.live, which is the EFL's official website, and then you can only access that, I believe, in the UK. Outside, there is no legal way to watch the game because they literally, for some reason, don't want to take your money. What a time to be alive! It's a weird one, isn't it? You'd expect them to just bloody, you just sell it everywhere. It's free money.
Someone said that the West Ham are now reporting that
a
lot of the players have failed.
Again, I don't believe that until the match is going ahead, so it seems very wild to me.
Now.
Have a look at what's going on. There's a whole player down in the middle of the pitch. Yeah. This whole year reminds me of Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 1. Excellent shout, Jez. Excellent.
Website, right? I should
excellent shout.
I'll have a check on the website. West Ham United club statement. I assume that's what that is. It says West Ham confirmed that David Moyes, Issa Diop, and Josh Cullen have returned positive tests for COVID-19. The club's medical team were informed of the test results as the team were at the London Stadium preparing for this evening's Carabao Cup third-round tie against Hull City. The manager and both players immediately left the stadium and have returned home. All three who are asymptomatic will now follow public health and England Premier League guidelines and protocols. Everyone at West Ham United send their best wishes to David, Issa and Josh. Tuesday's match will go ahead as planned, and assistant manager Alan Irvine will take charge of the team. So there you go. Confirmed Moyes, Diop and Cullen have all tested positive for coronavirus.
Unbelievably irresponsible to be having a football match. Unbelievably irresponsible. But in positive news, David Moyes can't manage us for the next couple of weeks. What a time to be alive, boys. Yes, let's go. Let's attack. Let's go. No wonder we're playing attacking football. That was a joke. Obviously, I wish them to get well soon. That was clearly a joke. Maybe mistimed, but very clearly a joke. I'm genuinely shocked the game's going ahead.
I think with what happened with Leyton Orient, especially earlier with Spurs, I'm also kind of shocked that the game's going ahead.
It seems deeply irresponsible.
As Gio's just sent me the picture, I'll tell him we've spoken on the stream about it. Because obviously, how did they arrive? I imagine that they all came by the same coach to the game. So, how many players out there currently right now may have come into contact with them? I would assume everybody.
So Hull have had to make a substitution for an injury. Their number 6 has come off for their number 10. Allow me to just tell you who that is. Richie Smallwood, their captain, has come off, and I don't know who the number 10 is because their substitutes on their graphic do not have numbers. Thanks, Hull's Twitter account. Give me a split second. We'll get there. When they update it, I'll tell you the name. It's George Honeyman. There you go. It's the one I know. It's the one I know. Clearly not well enough because I didn't recognise him.
I would assume the way that it's going to work is that the players will all get tested again afterwards, and then they will have to decide. Obviously, with the squad numbers, I think the Wolves game will go ahead, depending on how many have actually contracted it.
Realistically, this game's going ahead. So the only thing that would stop the Wolves game from going ahead is if there are more cases. As Yarmolenko dinks it across brilliantly to Snodgrass, who hits it. It's 1-0 West Ham. Yeah. It's a great finish by Robert Snodgrass. Yarmolenko sort of chopping and changing, as Tom would say. He flicks it one way, he flicks it the other, flicks it one way, flicks the other. Doesn't do it that many times. I'll talk you through it perfectly when the thing comes up. But it's a good finish. He dinks it across to Snodgrass, who's oncoming down the left in plenty of space. Unmarked, and it's 1-0. We look at it here. Lanzini takes the touch round the defender, pulls it back. There's a couple of options, and this is again these people getting in and around the box. Yarmolenko looks to try and shape for a shot, and instead dinks it with his right foot into Snodgrass, who has all of the space, volleys it brilliantly. Left foot into the bottom right-hand corner across the keeper, as Tom was about to say, until I rudely interrupted him. And it's
Snodfather, says Charlie Boy.
And it's West Ham. It's West Ham 1.
Ben, I've seen your text. If people are looking for links for the game, my brother has kindly said that he will try and help you out. So if you search Athers03 on Twitter, he will give links out to people if they need it. So
have a look.
I'm going to mod him. I'm going to mod him just for this game, so you can see which one he is. So if you see him typing in the chat, he'll be able to give you the link to the game. Yeah, we are 1-0 up. There we go. Just quickly. Clayton said just because they've tested positive doesn't actually mean they're going to pass it on to someone else. Just think people are going too far with this. People are dying from cancer at the moment. Yes, I would say.
People are also dying from coronavirus.
But people are also dying from coronavirus. And if the reported figures are true in the next couple of weeks, then we need to be aware that, people will be at risk again, specifically if the numbers being spoken about by the government.
Also, I don't mean to sound callous because just to pull back the curtain a little bit, my granddad has cancer, so I don't want to sound callous about it at all. Like I say, it's one of those situations where there's a lot going on. The world is very weird at the moment, and these are the times we live in. Yeah, these are the times we live in.
Listen, flu, cancer, whoever it is, everybody's going to suffer this winter for someone else. Things are going to happen. It's just the time that we live in. Interesting enough, though, because we had this discussion last night, Charlie.
Yes.
Fans coming back into the stadiums. I did. That's pretty much.
You were bang on. You were bang on. My cynicism over the fact that they really, really want money was clearly too strong on that
one. We are up over 500 of you watching with us now. Thank you so much to everybody. We really appreciate every single one of you that have joined us tonight. We have obviously paid for the stream. We do currently have it on Carabao Cup.live. Charlie, I'll let you take over.
Good opportunity. Jack Wilshere plays it to Anderson. Again, one touch away. But this is what I mean. When you have that sort of formation that Chelsea had, when they countered, it was really effective because you had lots of runners going in. And that was what you just had a situation there where Jack Wilshere, Anderson, Lanzini, Haller, Yarmolenko were all sprinting together, getting little flicks here, there, and the other. Dare I say Jack Wilshere's Pornhub goal, but I don't. And then it was one touch away from being Haller through on goal 1-1. Unfortunately, didn't quite happen, but yeah, good. It's good.
Thank you again so much for every single one of you that's joined along tonight. 540 of you that have joined in. Myself and Charlie will be giving the best sort of descriptions we can as the game's going on, to try and keep you guys up to date. There's a couple of people I know, Connor and my brother, if you see them, I'll mod you as well just for tonight, Connor, just so if you see Connor with a spanner next to his name or an Athens32, they'll try and help direct you to a link where you can watch the game. Also, if you haven't, please do drop a like on this video, subscribe if you haven't already. There is a giveaway currently going on, or a bet, should I say, on terms of Gio and Gonzo have made a bet before the start of the game. If you like this video and you like the pre-match build-up video on our channel, and then comment, I have a whole nut or something. I think that was what Gonzo said. And the bet wins tonight. One of you that has commented will win the money. So, yes. Whew. Anyway, we are happy, Rick Ferguson. Be happy we are winning. We are very happy.
We are.
Lots of people in here supporting us tonight. Here for here for the great chat, great banter.
Yes.
Anis,
Great banter.
Show us the game, mate. Unfortunately, cannot do
that. Yeah, no is the answer to that question. But thank you for joining us regardless. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. You would expect this. Again, this is a League One hull who've gone through some turmoil of late. So you'd suspect it's us to be in control, but we are. We are in control. What would you say, Tom? Now we're getting a bit further in as Obraphobia. They just want the dog. They just want the dog, and I suspect they're not the only one. NSYT who scored the goal. It was Robert Snodgrass, Yarmolenko with the assist. Robert Snodgrass with the volley, left foot, bottom right hand corner, big drive, bosh. In the words of that one bloke off of The Apprentice. Yeah, we're doing all right, but you would expect that. Wilshire's getting involved in a lot of play. He probably realises this is one of his few chances. If we're being honest, if we're being deadly honest, I mean, it took a positive COVID response for him to actually get game time. So he seems to be getting involved in a lot of play, and he's looking bright, which is good to see. You love to see it.
Yeah.
Schizo base greetings from Ireland. Tom, good evening, sir. How are you? Hope you're well.
Yeah, Connor, I tried to add you as a mod. For some reason, it doesn't allow me to do that. I don't know why. But who knows? Trying to help people out as much as they can. It is 1-0, as you can see. We do have the score along the bottom. I can never remember which side it is. I may look to try and add sort of somewhere where we can maybe potentially put the scorers of the goals, so we can all kind of see.
Good do, yeah.
That is a very nasty challenge on Anderson sliding through the back by the whole defender. But yes. It is obviously you can interact, so you can set your time to see us here. I'm going to, Charlie, can you quickly go full screen? I'm going to go and find the dog for people.
Okie dokie. Hello, everybody. My name is Charlie. I am watching a football match. Yeah, thank you all for joining us. It's like I say, it's been a positive start so far. Obviously, excluding the pre-game health issues, it's been a positive start. Jack Wilshire's looking bright, Anderson's looking bright, Yarmolenko's looking bright, Snodgrass is getting into good advanced areas. As I was saying to Tom, I'm really interested to see how the formation works out. I still haven't decided what formation we're playing, but I'm not deep seeing tactics right now. But I'm interested to see how that works out, because I do feel like, I don't know, I still don't know whether David Moyes actually wants to go 3 at the back or not. I genuinely cannot tell. In general, whether he wants to go 3 at the back. Could be. Could not be. He's not known for 3 at the back in general in his career. It was only really at West Ham last time, which is why we speak about it so often. But maybe he could. I mean, the performance against Arsenal was good enough to suggest that maybe that's the formation going forward, especially in such a tough period. But it does look like we're 4 at the back, with Ben Johnson at left back and Ashby at right. And it does seem how it feels. SDG game should be off. I agree. I 10,000% agree. I think it's wildly irresponsible to be having this football match. I understand it's difficult timing wise and everything, but I do genuinely feel like it's completely and utterly irresponsible. Arsene Wenger's in the chat for a start. Good evening, sir. Top quality and all that. Good to see you. And he's dropping mad Sting references. Yes. Scorpion Deathlock, Stinger Splash, comes down from the sky. He was in that one recently when he came back to WWE and got injured, and he probably shouldn't have done it in the first place. But, you know, when he did the thing where the lift thing, nobody was there with the baseball, but it was all very exciting. Shout out to Sting. Shout out to bloody Sting. What a man. 90s WCW legend, and 2000s. And TNA, but I would say to a lesser extent there. Bob Onkle is saying places where the match exists. Classic places. On the internet, like I say, or Carabao Cup .live. Jez, if they cancelled it though, no joke, I'd be so depressed. I hope I don't have to go back to watching netball on Eurosport. That's fair. I would not want to watch netball either. Not got anything up against netball necessarily, but it's not for me. It's not for me. I'm a basketball boy in that sense, but I don't know basketball that well. Don't ask me NBA questions, Tom. That's Tom's realm. Sting versus Ric Flair Starcade. Yeah, listen, any Sting Ric Flair match is great, to be honest. Again, apart from some notable exceptions, but they bang. They bang. 80s WCW Sting and 80s WCW Ric Flair. Like I think most people my age have Ric Flair in their head as the Ric Flair from Evolution, and I like that Ric Flair. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy that Ric Flair, but 80s Ric Flair was a legit banger. Jet flying, Rolex wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun, absolute banger of a wrestler. Also, way more hench. Again, I almost in my head I see him as a frail old man because he's been that way for so long. But he's just a good lad. Sorry, I'm talking Ric Flair in the 80s. I apologise.
Hell, you've gone into wrestling.
Bro, Arsene Wenger turned up in the chat and started talking about it. Am I not? He's one of the greatest Premier League managers of all time. I can't not respect that. I can't not respect that.
How have we looked in my absence?
Yeah, the same. I am also pretty certain it's a 4-2-3-1. I think it's a 4-3-3. I keep saying 4-2-3-1. It's a 4-3-3 with Lanzini, Wilshere, and Snodgrass in the centre. I'll stop talking to Arsene Wenger about Ric Flair now. Good to see you, Arsene. Always welcome in the chat.
Yes, for those that have joined us saying Diop, Moyes and Cullen have COVID. Do they have? Also,
hello Ben.
Hello Ben. Where's Ben?
Ben Cargill. That's the person who said it.
Oh, I thought you were on about Ben because I literally just got a text from my brother Ben.
Oh well, hello also Ben. Hello also Ben. Also, it's a good question, James Gunn.
That's where I went to find her. She will sort of randomly appear. She wasn't coming in. She was being naughty in the garden. But there you go. Ball inside from Anderson to Snodgrass, who plays it off to Johnson. Johnson across the box. Out for a West Ham throw in.
James Gunn, it's a good question. I think generations below me would say Edge. It has to be Undertaker for me. Not Undertaker of recent years. I legitimately never wanted to see Undertaker again after his loss to Brock Lesnar. I think that should have been the retirement angle. That should have been it. It should be done. But he carried on, and reports are that he might continue to carry on. As Yarmolenko's inside the area, it bounced about looking for Halle, not quite there. And the reports are that he might carry on, and he shouldn't, if I'm being frank. Because I love The Undertaker, but he's done. He's totally done out here. That match with Goldberg was legit terrifying. But Undertaker defo. What a man. What a man. An unpopular opinion, I like the American Badass Undertaker. Unpopular opinion.
Don't know why, but
yeah. Just having a gander. What's under there? Just having a gander.
Just is. For some reason, our YouTube subscriber count thing, the analytics is broken, even though the dashboard is indicating we've gone over 13,600 subscribers. So thank you.
I've noticed that's broken on the thing, and I don't know why. I'll have a little deeps when this next opportunity. Anderson goes down. Wave play on there. Yeah, once this opportunity is done, once the ball goes out of play, I'll have a little gander. Tom, who's your favourite wrestler? Arsene Wenger, Arsenal legend is Bret Hart. Bret Hart, of course, legendarily could have a match with a broom and it would be 5-star because he's bloody Bret Hart.
SCG says, boys question, if any Hull players test positive this week, will we be removed? I don't know what the law or legislation is on that one.
I doubt it because as you try to artfully avoid wrestling, but we will go back. I doubt it, but only because I just think that it's not West Ham's decision to play the game. They'll be involved in that talks, but you would imagine that the decision to play the game is much higher up than West Ham or Hull City. You would imagine it's a competition decision that is made in conversations with.
Or if Hull, you would have asked the whole team, are they okay with the game being going ahead tonight? So if they sort of turn around and say yes, and then they end up catching it, don't think that's our fault per se.
Halle looking very frustrated there. He did well, but he tried to flick the ball through, and him and Lanzini just weren't entirely on the same wavelength. Yeah, it's a. I suspect we wouldn't get in trouble. I suspect the EFL would get in trouble. Okay, so it's not a traditional food cam, Tom. It's not a traditional food cam, but what I have received is a message from someone in the chat called Rebecca, who has sent me a picture of her food that she's currently eating. So I thought I'd show everyone my food cam. There you go. Some fajitas, ladies and gentlemen. Some good fajitas. Ignore my fat stomach. It's good meal, Rebecca. Good meal. I'm jealous. I had pizza. It was nice, but I didn't really want it. I was just sort of eating it. You know what I mean?
As Nick Nelson said, X said the same thing happened with Man City yesterday. They played. That is true. Obviously, Gundogan and Laporte, I both think, had symptoms and then weren't allowed to play. So, of course, it's you play at your own risk, and if the other team, I guess, is happy for it to go ahead, then that is fair enough. I don't think.
We won't get in trouble for it. It's
No.
but it is. I am deeply of the opinion that it is irresponsible. People getting into fajita chat. You love to see it. You love to bloody see it. Seaside Hammer coming in with a strong Shirley Crabtree, of course, a legend of the British wrestling scene. Up there with Kendo Nagasaki. I would actually no. I'm gonna let's Tom's getting annoyed. He did speak about NBA for like 400 minutes last week, but we'll ignore that. And he's getting frustrated at wrestling talk. Who's your favorite wrestler, Tom? Come on, give the people what they want. And by the people, I mean me.
I'm not involved.
You like wrestling? Don't lie to yourself.
No, but
This is a wrestling fan, ladies and gentlemen. I want to show you what one looks like. This is him. He's making out as if he doesn't like it, but he genuinely does. Look at him.
I hate you so much.
Yarmolenko looked about a mile offside, and he's not somehow.
It's like the other game as well. We look miles offside.
Love the chop. He's deep.
The byline stops it dead. Edge of the box to Wilshere, plays it across the box, heading out.
Orange Cassidy's so good.
Does Yarmolenko just beat every offside trap in the Carabao Cup, but we can't see it?
It's kind of wild, isn't it?
Who is the real score? It's 1-0. That is the real score, I promise you. I won't lie to you. Also, Robert Snodgrass was on the end. Ombrophobia, hylophobia, that is very concerning. Very concerning at this point. I would love to cover Charlie and Tom in sour cream and salsa.
I don't like sour cream or salsa, so I'm gonna have to say no on that one. I apologise.
It is.
I apologise. I'm gonna have to duck out of that one. That's all, Tom.
Yeah.
I like sour cream and onion Pringles, but I don't like sour cream or I just don't like it in general. You know, it's not a thing. It's not a thing for me, unfortunately. Sorry, everyone. My bad. Yarmolenko playing very high forward. It's an interesting match. So far. Will Charlie shave before No Shave November? Will I? That's a good question, Jeffrey. I don't know. Yes, no, I will. Like, the very latest I will have shaved is October 18th. So get hyped for that. Because if I need to shave before October 18th, which I do, then it's probably happening on October 18th because I'm very lazy. I'm very, very lazy.
This match has gone a bit dead, hasn't it, in the middle? I'm not going to lie. It's just been a lot of nothing, it feels like.
Yeah, it's not playing at the highest tempo you've ever seen in your life. It's a lot of sort of... I don't know. I don't want to diss too much, but it's not the highest tempo game you've ever seen in your life. They're trying, just bouncing back and forth, but it's not really a...
It's a bit of a scrappy one. I'm not going to lie right now.
Which again, you would expect. Hull playing defensive football. They do tend to break forward, but when they've been camped significantly. You know.
It is very bland, Rebecca. You are right. Very bland indeed.
Arsene Wenger playing with a low block hole. I would trust him. He's a legendary manager.
We'll say Harrison Asprey's looked very assured over at right back tonight, so far anyway, from what we've seen of him.
Yeah, he's not really had anything to do.
No.
Going forward, he's looked lively. Defensively, I would say he's basically had an out to do, unfortunately. But I mean, unfortunately, in the terms of I'd like to see what he has in terms of defensive capabilities. Not that I want Hull to attack, because ideally I would take this and just walk. I would walk the rest of this game. That would be fine with me. Leif, how's the young boy Alessi? Tom?
Looks okay. I mean, the whole back four has looked assured right now. Sorry, I'm getting notifications now from the Prime Minister, who's obviously doing his addressing the nation at 8 o'clock, who's warned that lockdown rules could be further tightened if new measures are ignored. As he says, the nation's destiny depends on our individual behaviour. There you go. It's all kicking off tonight.
I'm not going to get political. I'm not going to get political. Do you guys have any link for the translation? I don't even know what that
lovely
means.
ball across by Anderson, who finds Lanzini, edge of the box, takes a dig, right-hand shot. Is that a save by the keeper, or has that gone wide?
Just wide. Just wide.
Just wide.
Nay touch from the GK.
Mashup gamer, how is David Moyes on the touchline? He's not. He is away from the ground. He's been sent home, obviously. He cannot partake in the game tonight. So Alan Irvine is on the touchline. So we should expect to see some subs, hopefully, if we get it right, before the 70th minute.
He tried there, Lanzini. It was a good opportunity, worth a shot. They've clearly been told, shoot. there's clearly been a decree of have a swaz, because we're getting a lot of shots. More than we usually get, is maybe what I should say. Of course, you would expect that against Hull, but a lot from outside the area where potentially you could make one more pass. Not a good challenge there by Ashby. I can't lie to you. He just sort of looked at the guy's ankles and went, "I'm a tread on them now." Not malicious, not dangerous, just a bit naff. Just a bit naff.
Tom, question for you lot. With temperature rising, will they cancel the season early? I don't know. I'd think it would have to be a serious spike. I
don't know. My opinion is they should, but that's me because I don't think football should be happening regardless.
Yeah.
But that's a whole separate topic. That's a whole separate topic. The answer is there's literally no way to answer until it gets worse.
I can't talk about pandemic P. No, James. Not tonight, anyway.
For some reason, what did you just say? Hang on, say that again.
Pandemic P.
See, when you said that, my brain went blog bally on me. Panic and dash. It's unknown T. Pandemic P. I've got galley on me. Sorry, Karen.
Can't talk about pandemic P with Charlie here tonight, especially when I've just said.
Especially when he's just said no to wrestling chat. Which again, I would like to stress: this is what a wrestling fan looks like. They drink from vases. They have AirPods. They have a dog. They have an Alexa.
Stop it. I hate you so much.
You like wrestling.
But it's okay. I love you too.
I love you too.
Yarmolenko crosses it into the box. Anderson, no, went out for play.
Couldn't get the touch. Ball came across from Yarmolenko on the right-hand side. Anderson in a decent enough position under pressure from two defenders, but he couldn't quite get the control. And it bounced it straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Not a shot, not nothing. It was just a poor control. Can't get on EFL to watch the game. Actually, yeah, it was very difficult for me to get on there as well. I can't lie to you. The way I did it was through the West Ham website. I went to whufc.com and I clicked on the article where they said how to watch the game, and I clicked on the link from there, and then that got me to the bit of the site I needed to actually buy access to the game. Which again, you feel like if you're trying to give these people money, they should make it as simple as possible, but they don't. They don't. They proper try. It's annoying. It's annoying. Conor Matthews asks, is that Gangrel's blood, Tom, that you're drinking from the vase? Tom's not here, so I'm going to say, I'll answer for Tom. Yes, it is. I love wrestling. Yeah. Oh. So I just muted you so I could do that fully. You know.
It has been rather a boring first half. I cannot tell a lie.
The Broods theme song's great though. Dun 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 dun. Oh, yeah. Oh. It's a great theme song. Sorry, I'm doing this purely to annoy Tom at this point. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, it's just been nothing first half. We've had the chances. Obviously, we've had the possession. All our youngsters have looked really good. Just haven't been necessarily as clinical as maybe we would have liked to be.
I wouldn't say it's been nothing because we have been. We've had a significant good thing. It's just more been the fact of it's not been a exciting first half, you know.
But we would expect that just because of how Hull lined up. Excuse me, and the fact that we have very expensive players on the pitch that should be
Yeah.
comfortably beat League One team. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the youngsters have looked good tonight. Yes, attacking threat is looked good. It's nice to see Anderson actually sort of play a big part, trying to at least get his shot off cutting inside again. I've missed watching Anderson do that. Alessi, is he decent? Yeah, he's looked very comfortable on the ball. Again, it's hard to stress because the games that we saw, like Baptiste, Longello, Alessi, some of the youngsters play, it was in pre-season against a lower league opposition. So put them against, Arsenal at the weekend. How will they play? We don't know. But for what they're doing at the minute, they are playing their part, and they're playing their part very well. I'm very impressed so far.
James Khan asks, favourite album of 2020?
I don't have one. I don't know.
I've got a couple. Jamie's Grime MC technically came out in 2019 as a physical release, but was only released fully, widely, and digitally with all the music videos and everything this year. Is great. If you're into grime or rap, you should check that one out. I haven't heard Idol's new album yet. I really want to hear that because I really like Idols. I think their first two albums are excellent, especially the second one, Joy is an Act of Resistance. Sick, but I have not listened to that yet. And It Is What It Is by Thundercat, which is
I'll
brilliant.
just quickly say, shout out to Karen Brady, who said that a Premier League stadium will be safer than your own front room at this point, as 3 positive tests today for West Ham.
Of people inside the stadium. People who were inside the stadium.
You should just keep quiet and not write articles for the Sun. Or anyone, in actual fact.
Yeah, just sort of not do that at
all. But yeah, how is everybody in the chat? How is everyone? Just want to say, how is it?
Just want to ask, how are you?
How are people tonight?
Oblog Bally on me. I feel like there's another album I'm forgetting. I'm going to look through my Spotify. I feel like there's an album I'm forgetting, and it's getting to me. It's getting to me. Tom, you have no idea how much I'm trying to resist talking about wrestling. I can see it happening in the chat. I'm like, I want to talk.
It's okay. Lovely ball through from Wilshere to Lanzini. Lanzini takes up a pass. Yarmolenko intercepts it. Yarmolenko squares it 1 to Allaire.
Go!
And 2-0. 2-0 to West Ham.
2-0.
It's a lovely big break. Allaire looks delighted to have scored. All the players that... Do you see this?
Look at this. You see scenes you love to see, in the words of Dara O'Brien. It's good times.
Lovely goal from West Ham there. Lovely team goal. Starts off by Wilshere through to Anderson, who played in. As I see the replay, Lanzini tried the sort of through ball to Yarmolenko, but he steals it off of the whole defender.
Little
touches
the Meg
left foot.
The Meg there.
Pushes it off into the bottom left-hand corner. It is 2 assists for Yarmolenko on the night. No idea what was going on with the celebrations there, but they all looked pleased. So there we go. It is
Yarmolenko nutmegging the defender with his flick to Haller to put him in miles of space. I've realised what it is. Jack Garrett's album this year is very good. If you are into that sort of music, check it out. If you want one song, Better by Jack Garrett is incredible. One of the best songs of the year. Specifically, and I can't believe I forgot this, Run the Jewels, RTJ4 came out this year. And that is my album of the year, is RTJ4. Because Run the Jewels are peng af. Check it out. I apologise for forgetting those. Shout out. I'm sorry, LP and Killer Mike. Please don't at me. Good goal. 2-0.
Very nice team goal. Right before the half-time whistle as well. Allaire and Yarmolenko. Will they start this weekend? If Moyes isn't there now? May I say potentially? I think they should. Yarmolenko's look very dangerous again. But if you speak to some people, West Ham fans, apparently they don't trust these guys. But hey, what do I know? As the half-time whistle goes, it is 2-0 to West Ham. We will just wait a second before going through.
So the people can come back in. Snodgrass in the 18th, and Haller in the 45th. Out of Sight is an incredible song. Here come the menaces to sobriety. Like what? Yeah, sorry, it was getting to me there. It was getting to me because I knew there was stuff I'd forgotten. I want to give shout-outs. So it's 2-0, despite the pre-match stuff. Yeah, we look comfortable. We look comfortable. I don't think it's a game where I'll start saying my opinion, Tom, and then you can ask. I'll ask you yours
Yeah, yeah.
after. We look comfortable. I don't think either team have got out of second gear. Hull have come with a game plan to try and sort of just stunt the game, as it were, and that's fair enough. I don't think that's a bad move whatsoever for them. But they have done that, and it's been effective a lot of the time. We've had a lot of shots, but they've all been from sort of outside the area. Not a lot of them have been amazing chances. You look at maybe Ashby's was a great chance. Anderson, if he could get that one opportunity under control, then it would have been a good opportunity. But I mean, we look very, very comfortable, and I don't feel like that's going to change in the second half. Obviously, Hull aren't playing their full first team squad. Thank you to Dan17, who's in the chat. I don't know if he still is. It's Hull fan who gave us that information. Yeah, they're not playing, and neither are we. But obviously, our second string has currently three up front worth over £100 million, which is worth more than the starting lineup. But yeah, and it looks it. It looks it. Tom, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I will quickly say, for those of you that are in here, Mixie's just saying that apparently one more from Allaire and the bet is won. So if you haven't already, and there are over 400 of you in here, and you want potentially a piece of the money that Gia was giving away in the pre-show, like this video, like the pre-show video, and comment on the video something about a nut. I don't know what it is, and there will be money up for grabs for one of you that comments on that video as well. So yes, do get involved with the giveaway. I think, like I said, one more Allaire goal. I have a whole nut, apparently, is what you have to comment on the other video. So like this video, like the pre-show video, and comment, I have a whole nut. And yeah, you could be in a chance of winning some money if Allaire scores again. Thoughts on the first half? Yeah, I thought all of the youngsters looked really good. Again, we have to realise we are playing against a whole side that we found out sort of from the start of this watch along. They were saying that this isn't, their full strength side, and there was a lot of people from their main first team that have been rested tonight, especially Wilkes, who scored for them in the last round. So the youngsters that did play tonight, thought they looked very assured back there. Hull haven't had a single shot on target, or a shot, I don't think, yet properly anyway. We've just, it's been comfortable so far. Going forward, I love seeing Lanzini, Allaire, Yarmolenko, Anderson play together, because I always think that they do look like they get joy out of playing with each other. I think we just saw that there with Yarmolenko's celebration with Allaire at the end. Yeah. I thought they were brilliant in that first half.
Frontline sparks joy. As a Netflix person would say.
So yeah, and I will say the goal for Snodgrass, lovely assist from Yarmolenko, who just dinked it up over the whole City defence to an unmarked Snodgrass at the back post.
Two assists from him today. Two assists from
Yarmolenko. And again, the second one there, lovely break from West Ham. Lanzini tried to pick out the through ball to Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko, even though he didn't get it first time, managed to tackle the whole player, laid it across to Allaire for a lovely tap in. So yeah, we've looked very, very comfortable with our first half performance. The guys going forward have looked absolutely brilliant. And yeah, it's what you could have asked for. And right now it looks like that we're heading for the next round of the Cup. So
it does. And a massive shout out to Foshizi. Thank you, sir, for the £5 donation for the beautiful man embrace, which is a great way. I'm taking that as a phrase. Between the four unwanted amigos, which was great. After the Haller goal, they all Lanzini, Haller, Yarmolenko, and Anderson just had a big hug. They had a grand old hug. Haller looked really happy.
And I know as Gio did a video the other week, which said this is why Yarmolenko has to be starting for us.
Yeah, he's showing it
again. Again, this is the second game in a row that he's played and started, and he's had a major impact. So for me, again, going into the Wolves game, I think he has to start. GSB out does say who got injured for us in training.
I believe that's, can I just say, I think that's Tone. Hello, Tone. If that's you, hello. If not, then I apologise. It's not Tone.
I'm pretty sure we've all, we know now it's a statement from the club. David Moyes, Josh Cullen, and Issa Diop have all tested positive for coronavirus. If you didn't know, so they are all out. They're asymptomatic or something, and they've been told to go home and self isolate. So big changes coming this weekend for the Wolves game potentially.
Speaking of changes, it's a. I mean, Hull haven't had a single shot yet. We've had 6. Would there be any changes you would be keen on seeing, Tom?
No, potentially. Just to sort of give the maybe sort of 10, 15 minutes to try and look to, if we score another sort of in the next 15, 20 minutes, get maybe a couple of the youngsters are on the bench. I know the bench has changed somewhat since obviously we started. And I don't know specifically who's on the bench. Longello maybe.
Longello is the main one I'm thinking about right now. Because, and again, I don't want to diss. This isn't a diss of Ben Johnson or anything like that. But the time he did get forward, he looked very unsure on his left foot. So you can see what the bench was there before the injuries happened. Martin came in, I think, for Trott. I think Trott was off the bench as well, but I think that was more of a. It hasn't been said yet. But Ashby, who started Coventry, Longello, Wilshere, who started Bowen, and Silva. I would like to see. I'd arguably like to see Conor Coventry and Longello. Maybe not right now. Longello, I would consider.
Sunday Silva, Coventry, and Longello for me. If we're going to bring any subs on, don't touch Bowen. Leave him for the weekend.
Yeah, and Loki, he doesn't need to play. He doesn't need to play, nor would it be any real benefit to him coming on the pitch right now. I have a bee in my bonnet about Johnson at left back. I just don't think it should be a thing that happens in general. And then today, and again, this is one of those situations where I've had this idea for a long time, and then one thing has happened, and therefore I've gone, my ideas have been confirmed, and I'm just going to double down on it now, which isn't a great thing to do. But
Chris Harris shout out says, sounds like they're having a bit of a party at halftime. The music is banging. And
Russ,
we all know why that music is
Russ,
banging.
That's why it's banging. Big Russ, My Hammers 11 doing bits. If you don't subscribe to My Hammers 11. If you don't subscribe here, I'll try and sort out the subscribe account button now. Then subscribe.
It's working on the channel dashboard, and I can see we're up to 3,617 of you. So there's been a load of you that have subscribed during this game. For some reason, it's not showing on the analytics, hence why it's not budging on the sub count in the left-hand corner. That's not an us issue, that's a YouTube issue. So
yeah, usually what happens is about, I don't know how long in, but usually a little while in, that page usually crashes anyway. But it still carries on updating, but it crashes, and I have to move it around on the stream. People might have noticed, but it's not done that, which was an alarm bell for me at the beginning, and now we see why. Because YouTube. What about everyone else? What about the people in chat? Would you see anyone? Would you like any changes? David Martin for Haller says Connor Matthews. That's a bold play. I like it. Let's do it.
Any thoughts on how are you feeling at halftime, chat?
Foshizi, Longello needs to come on for left back. Fair. Mixie, if you swap Yarmo for Bowen, you leave Fredericks isolated. So he's talking specifically about the Wolves game and how he's set up for that. I'd be interested to see how he's set up for that. I'd be interested to see if we go for the 3 at the back again or whatnot. Ben Cargill, Cullen tested positive. Yes, he did. The problem is it was so late, is that the lineup was put out before it happened. So the graphic that was on your screen was that. And it was the thing. Schizo, what was the pre-match stuff you referenced? It was the COVID situation with Cullen and Diop and Moyes testing positive. As you see, the lineup, I can show it to you again. The lineup, as you can see, has Diop in it, it has Cullen in it, and it has Ashby and Wilshere on the bench. And that was because all 3 men who have tested positive for coronavirus were at the stadium. They were going to the game as if they were getting involved. They were in the lineup, and then it tested positive. Which, again, there's a lot of questions around that. It's just, there's a lot of things. 1, the game should be going ahead, in my opinion, but the question is, should the game be going ahead? 2, what's happening with these tests? Why are they only getting the results when the people are in the stadium? Surely they should be getting results before the people who've even considered leaving the house for the day. Just lots of questions.
Quick tweet. I've just seen someone in the chat. Liam MCC, you need to cut Moyes some slack. Completely disagree with your match video against Arsenal. Which one of us did you disagree with? Because we both said similar things. It's okay to say we're both, and we will we'll quite happily have a discussion as to why our reasoning is behind.
Yeah, Tom,
some of the things.
Tom, for some of that sounded very aggressive, and for the other half didn't. But he does actually mean it. We'll genuinely have a discussion about it. More than happy to. More than happy to. I know I don't tend to look at the comments on the videos I ever do because I like my sanity. The only comments I ever look at really are ones on like here when we're doing the live chat. But I did have a brief look because even a good friend of mine, Jazz, disagrees with me on that one. So if it's me, that's fair enough.
Guy
You know?
perhaps doesn't know your name. This is Charlie. I am Tom.
Hello.
We lurk in the background of Hammer's chat.
Yes. Yeah, that's fair enough. It was 50-50. Like I say, I don't tend to look at the comments, but even my good friend Jazz, who he called my video boring. Jazz, if you're watching, saw that, cheeky. But yeah, I think it was a 50-50 thing. My problem with it was mainly that he didn't go for it.
Football at the end of the day is a game of opinions. I respect if your opinion differs from mine.
Yeah.
And even if you disagree with me, I'd hope that you would respect the opinion I come from. Just to come into the comments and go, oh, this is FY, F Jeff, blah 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 blah. I'm far more likely to have a normal conversation if you go, oh,
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing with what Liam said here is, he said it. He said, "Oh, I completely disagree," but he's not done what some people in the comments do, including Jazz, calling me boring. Jazz. So yeah, no, that was my opinion on it. That was my opinion on it, Ian. I felt it wasn't that he didn't go for it in general, but I felt like there was an opportunity there to get 3 points, and instead of doing that, he went for the defensive option, went to try and secure one, and then instead took the L. And I think that's just very symptomatic of Jade Moyes in general. I don't mean to shoot shots, though. I don't mean to shoot shots. That's totally fair. That's totally fair.
Can I just quickly say, Terence Crane, hi Tom, Southend, how am I watching? Lovely to see you. Shout out Southend. Somewhere, Rebecca is taking the piss out of me for being from Southend, but nice to see you, Terence. And as Bob Uncle says, I'm watching from the Sunshine Coast in Australia. Just quickly, because I always love to see this. Can some of you, whoever's in the live chat now, there are over 446 of you, just tell us where you're watching from live tonight. I always find that completely wild and curious. It's
always a crazy thing, isn't it?
It's just weird to see that people are watching you from different parts of the world. And they are so different as we have there. I mean, look, Plaistow, Cape Town, Denver, Romford, Southend, Florida, East London, Essex, Chicago, Malawi, Essex, Sweden, Copenhagen, Islington, Canada, Bromley, Sweden, Tampa, Raleigh. Raleigh? I thought it was North Carolina. Raleigh, Ottawa, Seattle, Toronto, my shed, Oklahoma, Wales, Slovakia, Cornwall, North Carolina, Barcelona. Charlie, this is mad. Look at the live chat and go.
Steve's watching it in his kitchen. Steve, you better not be putting condiments on burgers, Magic, because that's a dangerous situation for you to be in.
Yeah, basement, Reading, Burnham-on-Crouch, Tanzania, Cambridge. Shout out every single one of you that's joined in. We genuinely, we both love every single one of you. Bog, says Gary. Listen, I've done that as well. Tobias, Malta, don't start me. Christchurch, Missouri. Jail, says Liam Melkerson. Entirely possible. Thank you. Pluto. Yeah, Ben, I saw a Malta as well. We won't start that, even though Ilele Tayeb. Peterborough, Reading, Brisbane, Barry Island. Is Gonzo doing a 2021 calendar? I hope not.
We hope not. I wouldn't buy it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. That's some insane places you've just lobbed in there. It's wild.
Drogheda Island. Oh, John, don't start me. Hang on. Wait. Where's my Drogheda shirt? Specifically for you, John Lavin. Wait there.
Well done. You set him off. As the players are coming out for the second half, I can't notice any substitutions, but I'm sure it'll be brought up. Just, I can hear Tom rummaging about. For Connor, who was asking, was it Connor? Someone mentioned the curry cam. Unfortunately, there is nothing. If I show you this, you can see it's, where is it? That one. It's gone. It's got. I've eaten it all already. I'm sorry. I was early on. These things happen.
John Lavin, specifically for you. Where are we? It was in the wash. Up the drogs. There you go. Just for you, John Lavin. I can't see when people can see it. There you go. Up the drogs.
So there we go. Thank you, everyone. That's wild. Some of those places are legitimately wild.
It's quite scary. It's quite scary.
Ben Cargill's at me, I think probably because of my Razer keyboard. Listen, I bought it on sale on an Amazon Black Friday about 6 years ago for £20. Does it light up? Yeah, it does, and that's fine. I'm cool. Okay? No, categorically not cool.
Second half has just kicked off.
Taz that.
Tone, that shirt is the baby of West Ham shirt having sex with a Pompey shirt. I completely agree. It's wild.
It does look a lot like that. I did think that the first time you showed it to me. I was like, what is that logo? It looks like not Swansea. It looks like Portsmouth. There we go.
Hazel Wade asks, have we been bossing them? Yes, we have been destroying them. I would say it's been very comfortable. It's just been routine performance so far, I would say.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a very fair point.
Newport, Patrick Armand, I take it that has just scored for Newport to put them 3 up against Watford.
Oh, so you mention Newport, but you don't mention Hal Robson Carnu. How dare you, sir? How dare you, sir?
Yeah, for those that care, Newport are beating Watford 3-1. West Brom is 2-2 now against Brentford, and obviously we're 2-0 up against Hull. Leyton Orient obviously have had to be knocked out of the cup because of all the positive COVID tests, yet here we are winning 2-0 against Hull, and Luton versus Man United, which was the later kickoff, is currently 0.
Skipper through to Ashby, pulls it across into a dangerous area, and the whole player just has to sort of get it out. Good opportunity though. And a corner as Roberto Snodgrass walks over to it. Good opportunity though. Good opportunity.
Fo says, do you know the reason behind the drop of his badge? Do you know what? I do not. And if you do know, I'd love to know, Fo. If you don't, fair enough. It's so nice to watch a game comfortable without sweating. I mean, I've got my fan on, but yes. Other than sweating underneath my light, yes.
I think he meant sweat as in scared, as opposed to heat.
In that respect.
I think he meant as in
Here comes
scared.
the big swazzing corner.
Big swaz techers. Here it goes. Like Jeremy Lynch was on the pitch himself. That was really that was just disappointing.
Very underwhelming.
I'm going to say this now, and then I'm going to back out of it instantaneously, but I want to say it. Snodgrass isn't that good at corners. Anyway,
that's a big take.
It's not that good. It's not that good. He's not that good. We'll see how it goes. I'm surprised no substitutions to an extent, but this is very much the second string side, so almost makes sense. That he's just basically resting all of the actual players. Well, the bench isn't even first team players, so I don't know.
I know research it, mate. Hey, listen, if I can get you to do it for me, Fo, easy work.
Disgraceful.
Oh, lovely back heel from Yarmolenko, who sets Lanzini off down the right-hand side, who passes it back to Yarmolenko. A few little step-overs, a little bit of trickery. Takes it onto his left, cuts it back to Lanzini, edge of the box, pass inside to Anderson, back to Lanzini. This is lovely football where West Ham are there. Just wide of the goal. Is it a corner? It is a corner. It did take a deflection. Lovely, lovely play. One-touch football there from West Ham. Bringing out all the tricks and flicks. Back heels, Anderson, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, all getting involved. West Ham are taking the piss here. Same old West Ham taking their piss. Against League One sides. Yeah. Snodgrass, you ready, Charlie? Come on. Give me the swaz sound again.
Oh, look, what a great corner. He's so good at them. OMG.
I so wanted someone to get their head on that.
How successful was that corner? I can't believe he is dead ball specialist Robert Snodgrass. He's this is the Eminem thing again. I'm saying something more to wind someone up as opposed to anything else.
Scott asks, where is the dog? I know he asked that a minute ago. We haven't seen enough. She's completely just crashed out down there, my friend.
That's a box, Tom, and a bed. Oh, there she is. There she is. Yes.
There you go. She's completely dead. down there. She had a big old walk today out in the woods. So there you go.
You love to see it. You love to see it. There's a warning for Yarmolenko there, I believe, from the referee. We started this half very much like we played in the first one. Basically completely in control. Hull camped in deep. It's a nice try by Ben Johnson. They didn't come off at all. Just doing bits. I do think there could be a bet. I do think a dog camp would be beneficial. I think also, listen, I'm going to say this to you now, Tom. I think it could be beneficial for other projects you've got going on as well. Imagine if I don't know, say you were doing a YouTube channel or something, and there was a dog cam on it, or a Twitch chat, or something like that. Do you know what I mean? I think it could be.
What are these other projects you speak of?
Don't know. You tell me, bruv. It's A Top Lad on YouTube. Go check it out, everyone. Go check it out. I do streams like once every week and a bit when I have the time.
Brian says, "What vape have you got there?" I think it's a Stick Prince. I used to have a Reza stick. I'm trying to quit smoking for.
It's a good opportunity from Hull. They looked again. It was a very much Yarmolenko-esque situation. He looked like it was going to be offside, but he wasn't. Dinks it across the box, lofts it in. You can see the potential offside there. It looked bad, but he was being kept on by at least in the centre. Lofted across the box, the header high and over. Not really any trouble on Darren Randolph. I would make the argument that defender was all right, but it's an opportunity for Hull nevertheless, and I think probably their first shot potentially. Carry on about a vape.
Shout out, Fo. I didn't realise he just messaged me on Discord, but he just messaged me why Islamic symbols added to the Irish coat of arms. He's added me something. Is this to do with Drogheda? I don't know. Oh, it is. It is. It's something to do with Drogheda. Because that is obviously the Palestinian thing, isn't it? I will have a read up on that later. Thank you for that, Fo. I'm genuinely interested.
Nice. What band?
Fo She's everyone. Charlie, you can keep me on, but I'm just going to do something to describe this West Ham attack. Okay.
Yarmolenko on the edge of the box. Hits it way over. It's a good opportunity. Good opportunity. Red Extreme gone down. Many streams out there have a gander. Many streams out there. I look knackered that I am, Paul. I can't lie to you, bro. I went to bed at 7 a.m. I was working very late last night. As Tom knows, I was working incredibly late last night and went to bed at 7 a.m. Got back up at about 11:30. So I'm sort of dying a little bit. I had a nap in the afternoon accidentally. I watched the news at 1 on the BBC before falling asleep during, I think, the London news. It was bad. I'm very tired. I'm very, very tired.
There you are, chat. Just quickly, shameless plug. If you go to that channel and subscribe, that is Charlie's channel. Get involved. If you do want to watch some streams and stuff, there is a shameless plug. And if you would like to follow Charlie on YouTube, big ventures coming, then do check his channel out.
If it helps, both streams I've done on there and future ones, most of them include Tom anyway.
Sure.
So thank you, everyone. I appreciate that. And there's other things coming soon, you know. We'll see what happens.
Between Wilshere and Lanzini. Lanzini pass it out to left to Anderson. Anderson cuts it back edge of the box to Lanzini, who cannot get to the ball, unfortunately.
Ryan Zombies asks, "What's your favourite video game, lads, of all time or currently?" I'm currently playing through Ghost of Tsushima. I've only really just started it, and a lot of Fall Guys. But yeah, of all time, Fable 2's up there, Mass Effect 2's up there, Flowers up there, Last of Us 1 is up there. Also big things. Crash Team Racing's up there. Tom?
Also, yes, as Rebecca says, nobody will mention my great video. Yeah, Rebecca does great videos on the forum channel.
She does. Good ball across to Anderson, who almost got in there. Not George Hyman. It was the number 2. I can't remember his name. Rebecca does excellent videos on Hammer's Chat West Ham Forum. I think it's the channel name currently. Do go check it out.
Scott did ask about what is our Discord. I will send you a link to it on Twitter afterwards.
Yeah.
Scott, I'll send you the link. And also, there you go. Second shameless plug of the night. that's my channel. The big things are coming. Big things are coming. So if you do want to get involved in a bit of shameless plugging, as Major says, he always loves a bit of plugging. Then do get involved over there. I will never plug it ever again after this night. But my new PC turns up tomorrow. And big. This is sample text, Connor. Yes, it's not done. We've only just started. It looks like it's a penalty to West Ham.
So the ball got played in. It was a corner. Lanzini took it. It was high and wide. I saw how I went down in the centre. I've probably a push. Straight yellow card. Pen given. I wish they had better... Yarmolenko stepped up to take it. It makes sense. I wish they had more camera angles because I want to see that again.
Yarmolenko taking it. I'm interested to see that why Haller's not taking it because he did have such an incredible record. But here we go. Yarmolenko steps up and calmly puts it away. 3-0 West Ham United. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff indeed. Great team performance so far tonight, boys. Things you just love to see, Charlie.
Question from chat from one King Apparel. It says, "What T-shirt are you wearing, Tom?"
Oh, what's that T-shirt you're wearing? Well, Tim, let me just go down. For the life of me, I can't remember the name. But it is yours truly, of course.
Did you just move backwards? Yeah, there we go.
There you go. If you don't, go check out King Apparel.
Check out King Apparel. Excellent things over there.
Anything for you, Tim.
Run by a West Ham fan. Tim's a lovely man. Go check out King Apparel. What next gen console game? I've pre-ordered my PS5. I was up that night when the conference happened, and then I was made aware that they were up on game like a day early. So I've got my PS5 pre-order in. The Xbox Series X, I'm not super interested in of yet because Game Pass is so good with the PC games and I've just got a new PC that I might as well just play them on PC. The Bethesda thing that happened the other day is wild, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Shout out to King Apparel again. They're great. They're genuinely great clothes, and an actual legend who runs them. So yeah, good to see.
Just quickly, somebody said something. Wow, what a shirt! It looks soft and durable. Listen, all my King stuff in. Do you know what? I'm a little bit chilly, Charlie. I might just. Look at this, Tim. This is shameless plugs for you right here. I might just go put a sweatshirt on. I'll be right back, Charlie.
Tom's begun the shameless plugs, and I don't think he's going to stop now. He's got the feed for it. I want you all to notice as well how he put my channel in before his own because he knew if he put his channel in first, I'd get iffy. So he did mine to soften me up so he could then plug his own. I know his game. Don't think I don't know your game, Tom. You can't hear me, but I know it. I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing.
All these shameless plugs he's getting tonight, eh? If you are in need of a hoodie this Christmas as we go into the winter season, look no further than King Apparel. Tim, get me on the ads, my guy.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Oh dear. There we go.
Good opportunity by Ashby. Storming down, taken down. Good tackle actually to be fair by the whole defender, but bad pass. Straight back in West Ham possession. It was a good opportunity. We all do, as James Gunn says, love King Apparel. Bangers after bangers. Let's be honest.
Football at 7:30. Dog walk at when you've got the stream at 7:30, but the dog walk at 10:30. I shouldn't say that too loudly because unfortunately she'll hear me, and then all of a sudden it will be like, "Oh, take me out."
George Honeyman and Lanzini with the clash there. Lanzini's down. I don't think it's serious. It didn't look super bad, but again, for some reason we're paying £10 for one camera angle, which is infuriating.
He is back on his feet.
It's infuriating.
Yarmolenko again. He crosses with his right foot this time. Interesting to see. Back out to Anderson, who takes a touch on the edge of the box. Loops
That's
it back
a good opportunity. Elisi somehow.
Across Lanzini back heel.
It's Elisi for a start. Also, Elisi digs it back. It sort of stabs it towards Lanzini, who with the outside of his boot tries to flick it round the back to get it in. It's a good save somehow.
Still got it in Hull's penalty area. It's gone back out wide to Ashby. to the right to Yarmolenko, who cuts in on his left with an outside of the foot. We're just taking the piss here. What's going on?
Yeah. He did an outside the boot pass in the first half as well, and I was like, oh, saucy. Lanzini trying so hard not to handball that. At least he stabbed back and Lanzini with a little flick. To be fair, he's unlucky that's not gone in. If that flick is even like an inch to the right, that's through the goalkeeper's legs. Substitutions for Hull City.
Oh,
now
as someone put it, Alan Irvine could make himself a hero tonight by making a sub before. Let's play the Alan Irvine substitute game. This is a great game we love to play on the watch-alongs. What time do we reckon the first substitution will be for West Ham United? Tonight, it's a bit different because obviously Moyes has the Rona. But what are we saying tonight on the Alan Irvine substitution watch? Who scored the third Yarmolenko penalty, Bob Uncle?
So Wilkes and Lewis Potter have just come on. Wilkes is a first team player as far as I'm aware. He has the number 7, so I'd assume so. And Ben 17, who was in the chat, said that was not. Clips gone 6-7. Great artist. 64, 68, 63, 0th the minute. Eric going for a boulder. There's no... Well, in that case, yeah, I guess there was. Richie, 75th, 82, 73. I'm going with... 69. Nice.
Lovely layoff from Lanzini into Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko has a dig with his right.
I'm going 69.
69 tonight. I'm going to go 65th. As Rebecca starts off the donation substitute train, as we saw last week, which was a nice little donation train, guessing the minutes of substitutes. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Greatly appreciated. I'm going to say 65th tonight. I'm thinking 65th. Fo says, has Moyes got COVID? Where have you been for the last hour and a half, Fo? I thought you'd been here with us. He does have COVID. He's himself, Diop, and Cullen have all got it. Jeffrey Stelly, take care at practice. Nice to see you tonight, mate.
Enjoy it. Make them do the bleep test.
Yes.
Good to see you, Jeffrey. Thanks for coming.
I'll tell you what, I was gearing up to say, I don't know about you in the chat, guys, and Charlie yourself. I think Manuel Lanzini's been absolutely everywhere tonight. The last 2 times that he's played, especially, again, I know it's lower league opposition, but Lanzini's looked...
Good ball by Ben Johnson. Ashby keeps it in. Do you know what? Fair play. Johnson, it wasn't an incredible ball. It was a nice idea, but it was a bit too far away. And then flip in Ashby. Lung bursting. I tell you who's going to love that. Gonzo. He loves someone who runs slightly fast, he does. And he's gonna bloody love that. I guarantee you he brings it up in the review.
James Allen says, anyone else think that Rebecca is cute? James, she just is, isn't she? She's a darling. She really is. Shout out, Rebecca. Oh, Ben Atherton, you did not have to do that. You did not have to do that.
Ben, he's gonna be. You're gonna listen. Take it off Tom. Take it off Tom later. Take it off Tom later. But we appreciate it.
Yes. Oh no, legitimately. I know you've been busy. I'm only mucking about. Yes. Moyes has tested positive for COVID. Diop and Cullen, unfortunately, they were tested supposedly when they got into the stadium. So who they've had in contact with, I have no idea. But
yeah, they received the positive test when they were at the stadium. When they took the test, we don't know.
Yeah,
but they were told once they were already in the stadium. So that's why on the graphic and everything, Diop and Cullen were on it, and that's why, afterwards they've gone. It's a whole thing.
Could be false positives. You're right. It could. That seems to happen a lot with the test at the minute. But
the statement on the website did say they were asymptomatic. Regardless, we obviously wish them the best, wish them well, because it sucks. It sucks. I'm gonna lob a quick one of these in Tom. Nice try, guys. Carry on. James Gunn. Oh, James Gunn.
I love you. You love me. One more goal for Haller, please.
Knick-knack, paddywhack. With a knick-knack, paddywhack. Gibbs have a goal. something. I can't come. I'm not that smart. I can do one.
Something. They're beating Hull.
Oh, there you go, mate.
Really appreciate that, James. That's lovely of you. As always, supporting the streams. As Ashby is currently down, looks in somewhat considerable amount of pain. He seems to be holding his finger. He is in writhing agony, I can see. So if I may have dislocated a finger, may have broken a finger, don't know. Always is a painful one. Again, we are working with one camera angle at the moment.
Yeah, it's frustrating. You see the replay here. Not malicious, no nothing. Just a clatter there between two players jumping up for a header. They didn't clash heads or anything. They just sort of, the whole player was jumping in to try and get there, and Ashby's taken a tumble. Rebecca is quite short.
It looks like he may have dislocated or broken something because they are bringing gas and air, it seems, onto the pitch. It doesn't look good for Ashby at this point. He is writhing around in pain.
He may have. I suspect he could. If he fell dodgily, so he could be in a situation where he could have broken an arm or something like that. Maybe. It is what it is.
It doesn't look good right now.
It does not.
For Ashby.
It does not. Toby Ella, no. Rebecca, Rebecca's she's not tall. She's not tall. She's like, I don't know if I'm standing up. She's like, I don't know. Maybe there.
Who's down? It is Harrison Ashby, though he's got a lot of medics around him at the minute. The cart has come out as well. You can see he just looks in discomfort. His legs are kicking around. I feel sorry for the kid actually because he's been fantastic tonight.
Basically, he was jumping up to a header, and the whole player was coming in to try and win the header. Also, they collided in the air, and Harrison Ashby basically was off balance, so he sort of tips in the air like that, lands in a very, very awkward position, shoulder, arm, something like that, probably.
Try and keep you updated as to what's going on, but again, we are working with one camera angle at the minute, and it's focused on.
And I can't hear the commentary for copyright reasons. It might be it could be a shoulder dislocation, could be anything else. So Longello is coming on, which makes sense. I suspect Johnson will go to right back. Longello comes on at left. So it looks like 68 is going to be the winner.
That is shameless.
You have to respect it. You have to respect it.
It would mean that he wins the game.
I mean, it would be, but the thing is, it's currently the 67th minute. It's just ticked over.
You got to wait till that ball goes up, and if you are a bit early, then I'm afraid you've lost.
We'll see. Thank you for Sheezy regardless. Very kind of you, my friend.
The camera is panning back over to Ashby at the minute. Again, he's still down on the floor. He's got a lot of medics around him. He's been given gas and air. It's such a shame. I always hate this because, especially for the youngsters when they come through, he's trying to get back up onto his feet now. He is being helped up. Do you know, because the way that they're looking at it, I think he may have dislocated a finger. Just because they are tending to his hand at the moment. They're not looking at his wrist specifically. They're looking at his fingers. So it may well be a dislocated finger. And he looks a little bit more comfortable now. It is a painful one. I have done it once before with cricket. He has been given some gas and air. So hopefully at the minute it looks no more than a potentially dislocated finger for Harrison Ashby. He's gone on to the to the medical cart.
He's just having a little sit on the car. He's probably going to get driven back. The driver has an apron on.
He's chomping down on the gas and air. He's about to get driven off. Nowhere else in the league will you see this.
As the game is about to restart, the official substitution has happened in the 69th minute. This guy, 69.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
As Ben says, did you see Owen Morgan and T20? Dislocations are absolutely grim. They are horrible.
They are. Yeah.
So, and if you can't pop it back in at the first time of asking, trying to get it back round, it's not cool.
Yeesh.
Taylor Edmonds, year 11, says, do you think Haller should start Sunday? I think he should, but
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Sam Bill, any streams available? Yes, Carabao Cup.live, and then other places such as Reddit and whatnot.
It's James Gunn says.
Good opportunity for Hull. Hits it. It's 3-1. It's a good finish. Very good finish by the number 7 guy. Wilkes, was it?
Interestingly enough, he scored in
good finish.
The first game against Leeds.
So the ball, it's a long ball over the top. Elise and Longello, neither can deal with it. Longello tries to just basically bring Wilkes down, can't. Who nutmegs down Randolph, who is fuming with just the general situation you would suspect. Close your legs is what I was thinking as well, James. But it's 3-1. It's 3-1. It's a good finish. It's an accomplished finish by Wilkes. Tom, you were saying he scored against Leeds?
Yeah, this is strange because he did play against Leeds, and he did score for Hull. And as Dan17 said at the start, they did seem to rest a few of their players that are using their main squad. So maybe he was one of them, but he's come on and he scored, which I'm pretty sure is one of Hull's first shots of the game. Interestingly enough, so
yeah, I want to say it's their second or third potentially. Not many into it.
Not a good introduction for Longello though. I can't.
Or Elise was trash there. I can't lie. Elise, I don't want to be harsh to him, but he wasn't good in that situation. Or Randolph. 3 poor situations there. Longello got the wrong side and couldn't get back across, so sort of tried to jostle with him. Elise just got mugged off in the build-up, if I'm being honest. Like the long ball came in and he just was caught in complete and utter no man's land. The positioning on it was pretty terrible. And then Randolph, just shut your legs, my G. Just shut your legs. It's almost too easy. But it's 3-1. It's 3-1, and again, I think give respect to Wilkes because it's a good goal, and he's starting to look quite dangerous now. He's starting to really step to the defence.
As Russ Budden shows up in the chat to say good evening.
Hello, Russ. Good to see you, my friend.
Myself and Charlie have heard that there were some bangers being played at half time.
Yeah.
Well done on playing to the crowd.
Well done, well done, bro. Bangers, of course, if you don't subscribe to My Hammers 11, do go do it. Russ runs that channel. It's an excellent channel. Russ is a brilliant man who, of course, plays the music at the London Stadium for West Ham United. Did so at Upton Park as well.
I'm just 1 second. Just let's Tezel. Just have a break for 5 minutes, my guy. Just for 5 minutes.
Just for 5 minutes. Just for 5 minutes.
Just for 5 minutes. Going a little bit too ham there for my liking.
It's a free kick for Hull. At the corner of the area, left foot played a terrible free kick, but it's almost results in a goal. But a terrible free kick nevertheless.
That was poor. That was poor from Watford. I've just seen Watford in the chat. That was poor from Hull. They had a great chance there, great free kick in a lovely position, but
yeah,
fortunately couldn't do anything with it. Shout out, Charlie, which is the subscriber count has gone a bit wild again tonight from everyone that's joined us.
Thank you, everyone.
13,623, if my estimations are correct. Thank you to every single one of you that has joined us tonight. As Longello can't control the ball there, unfortunately, gives it back to Anderson. Across to Lanzini. I tell you what, Manuel Lanzini has been absolutely outstanding tonight for me. He has been unbelievable. Really looks back to his best. But yeah, I was going to say there are near on 500 of you who have joined myself and Russ. Please,
did you just call me Russ? Right, I'm taking Tom's been demoted from the chat. Goodbye, Tom. So there's over 500 of you. Thank you for joining. Make sure you subscribe and like if you've enjoyed it. We do watch-alongs for every game in basically every game of the season until people can start going back to the stadium, and even then we probably will do some because neither of us are going to be getting to every single game by any stretch of the imagination. Tom, I can hear you laughing. Please be quiet. You are no longer allowed on the stream. As much as I do love Russ and you subscribe to Hammers 11 as well, he is in the chat, but I'm the one here, and until Tom learns that, he's not allowed back. It's a good opportunity for West Ham. Yarmolenko in again, pulls it back across close. Yarmolenko again, equally dangerous. Tom's been bigging up Lanzini. I think Yarmolenko deserves credit as well. He's been absolutely brilliant. Tom, who am I?
Charlie Walsh.
Okay, you're allowed back in now. Welcome. My Hammers. We've just been told by Russ that My Hammers 11's hit 4K subscribers.
I'll come. I'll sit in.
you love to see it. Things you absolutely love to see. Congratulations, Russ. Doing bits. Tom's of course been on there a couple of times. I've been on there a couple of times. We've both done game shows on there. You know, he does great things, Russ. He does great things.
Adam Norris, who says, "You a big kid, grow up." Never.
No, I'm going to stay young forever. Sorry,
Young Tom's contract with Amistad has been terminated. We wish him well in his future endeavours.
Wish.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Tom, football at 7:30, mugging at 10:30. that would insinuate that this is close to go mugging, Rebecca. And frankly, from where I'm sat, I believe that is worth a timeout. Thanks for joining us tonight, Rebecca.
Wasn't even me for once. Wasn't even me. Rebecca was timed out by Hammer's chat for 300 seconds. King Apparel, good for all situations, in my opinion.
I can't wait for the angry message you're about
to
get.
Bob Lee, you're right. I should get rid of Tim. Tim's gone. Goodbye, Tim. It's just me now. It's just me. I'm joking. You can stay. You can stay, Tom.
I'd like some more substitutes if possible. I would like to see Connor Coventry at this point come on for Snodgrass.
Yeah, I agree. The reason I want to see Connor Coventry so much is because he's our backup DM. We have no flipping other DMs, and so if something was to happen to Rice, and I'm not even talking believing, I'm talking injuries, we need him. So I want to see him get game time, but clearly I don't know. We'll see what happens with this.
Rebecca's just messaged and said, "Why do you hate me?" As Holland cleared out.
Sebastian Haller charging through, collects the ball from the clearance from Anderson. He's on the outside of the right-hand side of the area. Just a couple of step overs, just holding the ball up. Lays it short to Lanzini, sort of in between Lanzini and Snodgrass. Anderson, who's caught back up to the play, he tries to bend it round. It was a good opportunity. It was a good try. The pass inwards, if someone capitalised on that, it would be a good... You'd argue there could have been a goal there. Instead, it goes out for a corner from Anderson, trying to shape a shot into the far side of the net. It's like we've seen him do at West Ham. But a corner's not bad. We'll take it. Haller showing good energy to sprint onto that one because it looked like a lost ball from Anderson, and yet he managed to get back onto it.
Apparently, Grady Diangana has just missed a penalty. Oh, I feel sorry for Grady. If that's the case, he did well. He did well the other day. A lot of people were saying spent 2 hours trying to watch this game, but hey ho, that's why you come and join in with us. Because even though if your stream somehow fails, you always know that Charlie and Tom will help to try and cheer you up as Robert Snodgrass puts in a world-class delivery again.
Ah, yes, the legendary corner taker. He's like Rivaldo at the 2002 World Cup. Lanzini on the edge of the area, trying to find it. It's not a bad ball in with his left foot. Haller somehow gets the control. He's gripped. The ref says no, but he was gripped. I would say, I just back the referee. I don't really care. But, I'll tell you what, we're seeing a lot of opportunities here. And you feel like something could be coming from it. Lanzini tried to dribble inside, couldn't quite find it. Hit early. It's a save. It's a save.
It stung the palms.
Me Scuzzy, my stream failing. Exactly why I'm here. Sir or madam, you are more than welcome to be here anytime. Stream or not, you're here.
Tom Rennerton, I saw you just retracted your message. You are a Hull fan. Welcome. Don't be ashamed to be a Hull fan.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. Listen, fans of any team are welcome here.
I'm literally 40 minutes down the road from Hull, so I've been Hull a few times to watch West Ham, admittedly away, but I respect it. You're
more than welcome here. You're more than welcome here, dude. Any fan of any team, whether the opponent or not, is more than welcome here. This is another great situation where you would like a second camera angle. Yeah, you're always welcome. We'd also like your opinion as a Hull fan. How you feel like the game's gone.
What happened there? Greg Thomas. So Charlie and Tom think we'll stay up.
I think we will.
I think we will by the skin of our teeth.
I think it will be a boring... I think we'll be safe with like 3 games to go and we'll finish like a boring 15th or 16th or something in that area. I've not been that scared. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Terence Crane, I've only been waiting a year for Gonzo to send me my West Ham magazine. We don't deal with any of that. If that's something for you and Gonzo next time, I'd consider emailing the West Ham or our Hammers Chat email if that's the case, mate. hammerschat@gmail.com and asking Gonzo that way. Because myself and Charlie have no
control over it. Yeah, I remember when you mentioned it a long time ago, and I mentioned it to him, but we have no control over it, to be honest. Sorry, Terence, bro.
Sorry, as Robert Snodgrass just ran headfirst into Jack Wilshere. I think there's a couple of subs coming on, Charlie.
Is there?
I think.
How many subs have you made? Just the one so far?
Just the one so far.
It's Longello for Ashby, okay. Doesn't seem like it. No one seems to be looking towards the side.
What's the Discord? I'll message you on Twitter. I'll chuck you. I mean, it's not really a Discord. It's not.
Yeah, we don't really have a Discord together, although that would be banned, so we probably should do that. But it's just our Discord accounts separately as well.
Yeah, hang on a second.
Will the game against Wolves on Sunday be cancelled? It says Zugi971. I doubt it. I think the only way it would be cancelled is if we didn't have enough squad depth to actually play the game. I suspect what will happen, and again, this is pure conjecture because no one knows at this point. I suspect what will happen is you'll see another round of tests, either tonight or tomorrow, and then when the results of that come out, the decision will be made then because you'll be able to see exactly how many people they actually have. Which again, I'm surprised this match is going ahead because it feels unbelievably irresponsible. Given there are 3 people with confirmed cases in the stadium, but. It's a good ball over the top for Anderson. He's through. He pulls it back for Haller. Good. That's a great recovery from the whole City centre back. To be fair to him, that is a very good recovery. It was in a good opportunity for West Ham. Sorry, Tom. Continue with what you were talking about.
I've just created a West Ham Shiz. It's called server on Discord. So if you want to join in with us, there you go.
There you go.
The West Ham Shiz server.
There you go. That will be our Discord from now on.
That will be our Discord only.
It will be me and it will be Tom, and we will talk to each other on there. No one else is allowed. Come join, everyone.
Come join the Discord.
If you have a Discord, get involved. Yarmolenko, this is a good opportunity. Again, he's just waiting for the defender to step out. He's got such good goal. Snodgrass over the top. Yarmolenko's got such good close control. He was just holding it. He was just holding it with the defender was backing away, and he was just waiting for him to give him the space. The defender was showing him onto his right foot well, and he still managed to wriggle out a pass. I mean, Snodgrass ends up just booting it over, but he's so good. And we come back to a chance for Hull City. Randolph was mid-air punch. No idea what happened. And again, you wish there was more than one camera angle. You really do.
There we go. We got Spiffing, Auroranum, Greg Tash has joined, Hammer Guy, Affers, which I assume is my brother. There you go. Stevie C, Sean, Ironics. Welcome. Come join the Discord.
Come join the Discord.
Hang on. Ben's just said, let me set the Discord up. How do I do this?
Give it Ben. Give it Ben till end of season. Give it Affers till end of season. I can't do a Manchester accent. That was my Mancunian. I apologise, everyone. It was basically my accent, but just said ever so slightly differently. The whole player Wilkes there got a little bit confused. It would have been a good opportunity for him if he'd got on the end of it, but couldn't quite do it. Hull putting up a fight here, rallying in the later stages. They've not been as placid in the second half as they were in the first, and they're putting up a fight here as Haller once again trying a sprint race and almost won it. Wins a throw-in. I think there might be one more goal in this. I can see another goal in this, but I don't know which way it's going though. Is the thing, because I think Hull will have the opportunity to get one. They'd have to take the opportunity that they get. I don't think it'll be more than one, but they have got an opportunity to get one here. Whereas we've sort of been ever-present danger. So I do think there might be another goal in this. I do think it's ending a 3-1. Damn, Randolph is shouting his head off. He's looked frustrated, especially after the goal. He looked very angry. So given the fact that we came back from the replay of that shot and he was mid-air, horizontal, yeah, he probably is angry. Robert Snow wants Bowen on. Personally, Robert, I wouldn't bring him on just because there's no point. I think we've probably got the win here, famous last words, but it feels like we have. May as well rest him for the weekend, in my opinion. But, yeah, I can understand why one would want to see him. That looks like it was potentially offside. It was for Hull City.
There you go. If you want to get involved in Discord, join in. That's the link. I don't even know what we'll talk about in there, but we will find something to talk about.
I mean, it's called West Ham Shares for a start. So. Tom's decided to sit in the dark like Batman. Things you love to see. 85 minutes. Steve Mothersole, 85 minutes in, and Wilshire is still going. You're right. I'd completely forgotten. Seaside Hammer, thank you. Listen, I'm mind-bogglingly smart. You know, my tactical analysis, you know, it's second to none, really. I mean, when it comes to, you know, geniuses, I'm very much at the top of that list.
Rebecca, welcome back.
So when I say there might be another goal in this for one of the teams, I mean it. You know, and you can take that to the bank, but don't bet on it because I don't bet on it. Wilshire flicks it out to you. Haller hits it over. Wilshire's been active in this game. I mean, everyone's looked decent. It's another one of those situations where a lot of people, especially in the front line, have looked decent and lively. Wilshire had an opening sort of 25 minutes where he was getting involved in a lot, and then it sort of died down a little bit. But he started to get a little bit back into it again. Hull are going for it here. Fair play to them. They're not rolling over at all. They are trying to step to this. Big balls over the top. Matt Devereaux, Jack might complete 90 minutes. It's a miracle. A little bit. Little bit. Here's what it is. Baptiste should play more often next season in the Prem if we stay up, says Robert Snow. Fair point. Elise playing today. I think Tom's been very impressed with him. I've been so-so. Our shooting has been awful. It's been wild, Seaside. I would agree with you there. I think we've been instructed to take shots to sort of really try and... It's Honeyman over. To take shots, and I feel like what we're seeing from that is a lot of speculative efforts, let's say. But, you know, you don't shoot, you don't score, I guess, is the argument.
Hey, listen, I only use Discord one thing. It's to talk to Charlie, so I'll have to expand my Discord horizons. Charlie and Rebecca. I'm so sorry, Rebecca.
Tom is... I can see him distracted by the cord. It's good.
It's been fun tonight. It's been fun. We've had so many of you that have joined in with us. So many of you that have donated as well. Thank you to every single one of you that has donated. Goes a long way into the Biscuit Fund. If you subscribed and you didn't before, if you liked the video, any of that good stuff, it's been greatly appreciated. We've had fun tonight. Have you had fun, Charlie? Tonight has been fun.
I've had fun. Thanks for asking.
That's all that matters at the end of the day.
It's all that matters. You know, well, they say make stuff for you. That way, you know, there's always an audience. You know, and I very much make this for me. Not you, Tom. Me specifically. That's a lie. I make this stream for one thing and one thing only, and that's Maisie. Shout out.
I do it for Food Cam. Shout out.
Well, there you go. I would turn it on now, but as you know, Tom, my stomach is out, so you know. Like changing to Food Cam now would be a mistake if that were to happen, you know.
Oh dear. Feel like we've carried the day. It's 11:15 in Nairobi. Good night, guys. Bye. Well, shout out to you in Nairobi.
See you later, Rogers.
as Gio has just come in the chat and has said, like the video, 200 likes, and these two will be doing a Bet Winnies giveaway on Sunday's watch along. There you go. Yeah, as he says, there's 486 of you like the video that are watching as Huller
Good
through.
opportunity. Safe.
For sure. Mipo Odebeko should have played. He's injured, unfortunately. He is injured, unfortunately. Yeah, come on, guys, like the video. As Gio said, we've not been able to do one of these proper giveaways yet, just because we've always just been underneath the 200 likes. So, come on, it takes 2 seconds to hit subscribe and like as well. We are closing in. As Russ has ruined it for everyone.
Russ has spoiled it for everyone.
Russ.
It's a goal from Russ, but for which team? Which way's it gone? We cut live. We cut. I don't know, Jeff. It could be for Hull. They are on the attack here. It's Wilkes again on the right hand side. He's been dangerous. That's a good tackle by Longello, to be fair. I've been a bit concerned about how he's fared up against Wilkes, but he's done a decent. Has it? But he's done a good. He's done a good in there.
Into Lanzini.
Haller.
Lanzini down to Haller and Haller.
Oh, Haller. Sauce.
Absolute sauce.
It's 4-1, ladies and gentlemen. 4-1 to West Ham United. Haller rounding it off in stoppage time.
Just as Haller does that, we have hit over 200 likes.
So on Sunday, there will be a bets giveaway on this very show. For the Wolves game. It was a good ball by Anderson into Lanzini, who chests it down, brings it down, holds defence, all at 6s and 7s. They've gone too far forward. Haller one-on-one with the keeper. Just a little cheeky circle, quick slide into the X. Faux shot round the goalkeeper and slots it home. We would all like to thank Russ Budden, who provided us with that goal. Thank you, Russ.
Russ.
It made Haller with the goal, Russ with the assist.
It just says and another. Russ, you better not be.
We'll see.
Another goal.
We'll see.
Russ.
Let's see where that goes.
There's been a goal, but for who, Russ Budden? It's a great goal, Jeff. Russ, are you? All right, hang on a minute, Russ. Right. Russ, stop this.
Foshizi with the £5 for Sheezy. Thank you so much. 4-1 Haller, start the man. I strongly agree.
Has he actually gone and...
It has. It's 5-1.
You've got Russ Budden in the ground.
It's 5-1. Yarmolenko is apologising to the... No, he's not apologising. He's asking for the ball. The goalkeeper he's miffed. I thought he was apologising to him. Now they're exchanging words.
I mean, if there's one man on the pitch who I'd not mess with there, it's probably Andrei Yarmolenko.
I enjoyed Yarmolenko being backed up by everyone there.
Well, thanks for that, Russ.
We've got Budden. Russ Budden. I just don't think you understand. He's spoiling all the goals. That one, of course, again brought to you.
How's that, Jeff?
Sponsored by My Hammers 11, West Ham YouTube channel. Go subscribe.
It's been a red card.
2 goals in 2 minutes.
Holes.
Right,
I thought they were bringing us up on, Jeff.
Hull's late rally has been successfully shut down. They stretched themselves too far, and West Ham have sort of smothered them out there. Smothered them out.
Lanzini has been very, very good tonight.
Can we just? I just want to give a quick shout out to Keyboard Keith and Chris Churchlow for trying to spoil that. It's 6-1. The thing is, you're not in the stadium. Russ works in the stadium, so when he says something, it happens. So I appreciate you coming in to try and be like, oh look, there's a goal, and then get us all confused and whatever. But you're not Russ. Good effort. Not happening though. Not happening though. Go on, you first.
I was going to say, 9-1. Yeah, it's all kicking off now. I just want to say, don't forget, because we have it over 200 likes on this video, we will be doing a bet giveaway on this Saturday or Sunday's game against Wolves.
Yeah.
Which one of you can take home the winnings for? So do make sure that you tune in on Sunday for that.
There's only one Rossi Budden. One Rossi Budden.
The thing is, I hope Moyes has paid his £10. He might even be tuned in right now. I mean, maybe he didn't want to pay the £10. Maybe he wanted to join in with us.
He's spoiling all the goals. We've got ourselves a mole. Ross Barden. Oh, man.
Now, the interesting thing is, will any of the guys that have scored tonight make the team sheet this weekend? Who only knows? But Alea, once again, has scored 2 goals in midweek. I'm just going to quickly go get the link.
Get the link for the review, of course, which will be on momentarily after the match is finished. Gio and Gonzo will be going live on the channel. We will spam the link in the chat so you can all jump across and watch it together.
We need a phrase. We need a phrase.
I feel like it's got to be something to do with Russ. Russ sends his regards. How do we feel about that?
Big.
Tom, is it too big?
Yeah.
What about if we just Ross Budden? What if we just that straight, just Ross Budden? I feel like it's got to be Russ. I feel like Russ needs the respect. What do you think, Tom? You look like you're deep in this. You're thinking.
No, we haven't got the time. Yeah,
we haven't got the time. So when we go across, spam the chat with the words Russ, RUSS, Budden, BUDDEN. In respect to our mole at the London Stadium. Thank you, Russ, for joining us. And thank you, everyone else, for joining me and Tom.
There you go. Ross Boss.
Ross Boss. There you go. RUSSBOSS. Russ Boss. Sorted. Right. That's what we're doing. Tom, final thoughts just before we end?
Yeah, great game. Absolutely loved it from the boys tonight. Obviously, getting 5 goals midweek is always useful. We're through to the next round of the cup as it stands. Hopefully, no late COVID drama. But yeah, it was a fantastic stream tonight. Thank you to 500 plus of you that joined in, all the likes, subscribers,
of course,
donators, all that good stuff. So yeah, thank you so much.
Really do appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Tom, if you start spamming the link, we'll let you all go over there. We will be back on Sunday for the Wolves match. There'll be a bet giveaway on this very stream. Come back, enjoy, get involved. If you haven't liked the video, like it. If you're new around here, subscribe. Go and lob in there. Russ Boss, RUSS space BOSS. Russ Boss, thank you all for watching. Come on, you irons, and we will see you on Sunday.